There really isn't a rivalry.
So hello guys and good afternoon. You are watching the AcadArena University Alliance Cup Valorant powered by Globe and Twitch Student. 12 Alliance campus teams, one coveted slot to represent the Philippines in the PvP Esports Campus Championships this December. We are casters. I'm Dax.
And I'm Nausicaa.
And here we are, Nausicaa. It's time. We said 12 a while ago, but it's now down to the final two. We will have Virtus Arcus versus LG Esports into the grand finals. It is the matchup that we were promised. And when you look back into just how this bracket really unfolded, it was a great run into the semifinals for both LG and Virtus Arcus. They did win out their matchups. They had those buys for being the first seeds, but it was a tough task because it was a 2-1 for both.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting matches that we had. People, I guess, ever since the beginning of this league, people were actually waiting for this matchup to happen. And there were certainly moments where it actually seemed like they might have been, upset by the other teams. For example, Valiant Archangels, they were able to defeat FEU Institute of Technology's Itamaraos 2-1 to face DLSU. And they went 2-1 actually. So they definitely didn't make it easy for DLSU to make it here. And the same goes actually for the other side. We had MCL who won out actually 2-0 versus Papua University's Spades. And they went on to face LG Esports and also had a 2-1. Which was also not that easy of a match for LG. So definitely, they had to prove that they deserve their spots here in the finals. And now we're going to see this exciting match because they haven't faced each other at all this whole league up until this point. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this best of 5 pans out.
Actually, that is so true. They haven't met each other yet here into the University Alliance Cup, but they've had matches before. And from a bit of that history, Virtus Arcus having a bit of that edge there. But besides that, the biggest thing to take note right now is a bunch of those roster swaps here into our playoffs. We've allowed some of the teams to change things up. And in all honesty, when you look at Virtus Arcus and LG Esports, they made 1-2 subs happening here and now. And it was such an interesting situation because they had to figure it out nung semifinals mismo. It was just like, hey, this is our new roster. We're gonna go at it. They had some growing pains here and there, showed over into the semifinals. But besides that, they were all good to go. But now, as we are gonna be getting into the grand finals, it will be, of course, a best of 5. Dax and Nausicaa are gonna be bringing you the action all throughout, and our first map will be Bond. But before that, I do want to see what our chat has to say, and of course, your pick'ems and your chat rally all gonna be showing on up there. And there you go, LG Esports. Favorite right now, 64% to 36 for Virtus Arcus. What do you think about this one, Nausicaa?
Wow, that's a pretty big gap, but we have seen votes like this, even in previous matches. LG Esports fans really making themselves heard. But at the same time, Pick'ems, it's definitely a show of support, but it's not indicative, of how the match is going to go. We've seen cases before where the fan vote was way in favor of another team, but the other team was actually able to win it out. So if anything, though, this is a great indication from LG Esports and their community, really coming to show their support for their alma mater.
Yeah, absolutely. And you just want to see that kind of support in the chat. And it's lovely to have the LG squad ready to go there. But Virtus Arcus, they will not be silenced as well. And don't forget, guys, if you want to be heard, then check out the Virtual Hangouts chat rally. Globe Prepaid Virtual Hangouts will be dropping 750 Valorant points per fan. Just type hashtag Globe Prepaid Virtual Hangouts and your team of choice. And we will have the hashtags, of course, for the two teams there. Make sure to have the hashtag that you want to support before we really get ended with that first round. And we'll be picking a winner from the winning team. We'll be picking a participant rather who did pick the winning team for that game. So you already know that if you support the right team, if you support your team, then you stand a chance to win those VP. But here we are. Bind gonna be our map now, Zika. Very excited to see this one. Virtus Arcus versus LG Esports. And it's gonna be DLSU on the defense versus ADMU on the attack.
Yes, let's take a look at the agent select here. We'll see if they continue to go for the agents that they've been comfortable with. Throughout this league, there have definitely been a couple of favorite agents to appear. Most notably, of course, agents like Omen and, of course, Jet have been present in a lot of our games. Savvy has never really played any other agent aside from Jet, so we've seen him a lot on that agent. Then we've got Susej on the Omen. Rykes as well has been playing Omen consistently, along with other agents like Breach. But it looks like we will not be seeing a Breach on LG Esports side. Instead, we'll be seeing the Breach on Grosso here from the LSU side.
Yeah, we do have that breach on the DLSU side, but the Phoenix gonna be played here by LG Esports, and some to take note, it has become more of a popular pick lately, having those curveballs be very, very effective. Flashes coming on in, and you really just have to find a way to deal with it. But here we are, guys. It is time for game number 1 into the University Alliance Cup Grand Finals. Fine, gonna be our first map in this best of
Oh, it
5.
really isn't
And
the
we are
rivalry.
gonna be going all the
You aren't
way.
even in the
This is a
same
rivalry
level.
to really get on, and look at that. It's just both of these teams on the same page, that how confident that they can win it. But here we go. Game number 1 in the grand finals. Nausicaa, what do you think about these rosters so far?
Well, I mean, the first thing that people will always note about this matchup is that Savvy and Squammy are actually brothers. So that's one of the interesting things to take note of for those who were just tuning in and looking at this finals. It's definitely an interesting narrative for this finals. You not only have a classic rivalry between, of course, DLSU and Ateneo, but you've also got, the siblings fighting it out to see who is going to proceed, of course, along with their teams to the PvP Esports Campus Championships in the coming month.
Brothers from 2 different U belts here and now, and we'll see if LG Esports can make this attack work on the other side. Virtus Arcus on the defense. Interesting enough to take note, Savvy, right? He is that duelist player. On the other side, Squammy is the Sentinel player, and it really does feel like it's a bit of a reversal of roles right now coming into this first map. But LG Esports going for that split push on the A side. Here comes Rafi, going to go for that curveball already to try and initiate. Paranoid though to go for the answer. Typhon has the back on the way. Susage gonna get zoned out by the hot hands, and LG Esports trying to take control and pushing forward with Rights getting the first one, gets 2 so far. Grosso and Savvy though with kills in return.
All right, let's see if they can secure this one. There's only one member left here on the defending side, and that spike is going to be planted. Grosso, what can you do on this breach? He's still got 2 flashes, and he's got the ghost in hand. Maybe he can clutch this one out for his team. The other members just waiting, of course, behind this crate. One behind showers here.
Flashpoint
He's
gonna
going to
be
be
available.
patient.
And it really is a patience game here, Nausicaa. And there you go with a peek. Grosso gonna get that takedown. Can he use the utility to help him out? Has the fault line available right now. And that breach difference is something you can take note when you can get your stuff to happen. But it's not gonna work out there. No flashes, no stuns. Flaco decides to peek and get that takedown. LG Esports gets that first round.
All right, we see LG Esports, just move together as a team, create some space. So, of course, they can plant safely there by the crates. So good job from them so far. Virtus Arcus kind of forced to push back there and play safely, leaving Grosso alone towards the last few seconds of that round. But of course, we'll see on this second round. Virtus Arcus most likely, yes, looking at the buy, is going to be saving up. Meanwhile, we're seeing a couple of buys here from LG Esports. Stinger here, Spectre there, a couple of ghosts saved also as well from the previous round. And we'll see if the LG Esports can secure this second round.
Yeah, we'll see how LG Esports can actually do it. Looking at the composition, though, they're very geared for a lot of control on a map like this. Double intel to get all the information in the world. They have the race for that cubby control, for that hook control. And of course, the Phoenix with the zone with the hot hands, useful with the curveballs as well. In the meantime, for Virtus Arcus, they can go really fast there with the flash and dash combo. That Breach and the Jet going to be looking to work together. They also have the race to do the same thing. Cypher on that Sentinel role. Omen for the smokes for both sides. So no Brimstone techs on the map that really suits it. But hey, if you want to have those smokes that do regenerate here and there, playing that Omen is so very standard in so many different compositions.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I guess one thing that's interesting to note as well is that when LG Esports were in their semifinals match just last weekend, they were facing the MCL Warlocks, and there was another Jet on that team as well, who had given LG Esports a pretty difficult time. So I'm wondering if Savvy is going to be able to do the same and give LG Esports a difficult time using Jet, of course, on the op as we proceed to the later rounds of the game.
We'll find out if that's going to be a big tool there. We're in a bit of a pause right now. Both of our teams just getting ready for the matchup to remember. And when you look at Ateneo and LaSalle, you already know that this is a matchup that has been worth the wait and more. It's such a long history in multiple sports. This rivalry between 2 universities, very, very close to my heart. And all I gotta say is for LG Esports, having that advantage onto the first round might allow them to get that second. Virtus Arcus, though, as we said before, they've already won out against LG Esports in other tournaments here and there. So the question is, can they do it again? Because what we saw from the pick'ems a while ago, a lot of support for LG Esports. Can they actually make it happen this time against Virtus Arcus, or will it be the Green Archers still holding on with that record?
Yeah, and I mean, this is going to be a big opportunity too because there's a lot on the line. Like we mentioned, this finals, this isn't the last part of their journey. Whoever wins this does actually get to face, teams, Valorant teams from other countries when they do go over to the PvP esports campus championships this December. So, you can look at this match and definitely this is what you want to focus on. But in the long run, you definitely want to continue to improve so that you can face other potentially really strong teams as well from other regions.
And there you already go into the round. Rafi with a quick start there. The Phoenix getting a kill on the shower, going for that control, and Savvy just is not going to be able to find a way to actually go for the refrag because all the way on the other side, as Grosso going to get caught out as well. The Phoenix just having the hot hands into play. Here comes Savvy though, trying to go for the peak. Dash is on the way already. Can Rafi survive? Yes, he can with 26 HP. The Blaze Wall to go for the heals again. And LG Esports getting away with 2 kills and surviving with that shower control so far. As Veritas Arcus is just on the hunt. They're committing onto the right side now.
All right, let's see if Savvy can get anything here with the 20 HP. We see him pushing up slowly onto Rafit, who he did get low on with that classic. Meanwhile, the other members here, we're seeing rotation towards B. The plant does go down, so LG Esports going to be safe here. Double kill there from Rafit B on the Phoenix before he's taken out by Susage. But Susage all alone. He's got this Spectre, probably going to hit the TP and see if he can try and do something and maybe clutch out this round.
He's just gonna go for a one-man army kind of situation, but no, 1GE with that kill instead. And Susage gonna fall. The hunt really for
pushing
that
up
Phoenix
slowly
did
onto
go to
Rafit, who he
such
did
a
get
long
low on
straight.
with
And
that
in the
classic.
end, they did
Meanwhile,
catch
the
out
other
Raffi there, but
members
besides
here,
that,
we're seeing
how many people
rotation
from this Arcus
towards
do fall
B. The
along the
plant
way,
does go
affording
down, so
Raffi
LG Esports
to
gonna be
give
safe
him
here.
that running
Double
back
kill
for this next round, and a great tool here for LG Esports to rally on.
Very true. Let's see though, third round. This means that, of course, Virtus Arcus are going to have enough credits in the bank to buy up. We've got full rifles all around, of course, and the shields. Meanwhile, for LG Esports, we see 3 Spectres and a Stinger. Save that up from the previous round. Of course, third round. Let's see what Virtus Arcus can do here on the defense. LG Esports, we see rotations here. There goes the ultimate from the Phoenix. Flashes in. Gets Willie, actually. He'll take him out and create some space for the rest of the attackers. Now, let's see if they can secure this B side.
Yeah, they're going to be going at it, and look at what happened because of that round. The Phoenix getting that run it back, getting the full buy, and really getting the entry here for LG Esports to try and steamroll on the B side. But Virtus Arcus, they have the guns right now. Paranoia into play, and Grosso going to get caught out as Blacko will get that kill after the double up on the duelist there. Squammy also on the board. Stinger catching out his brother there, and that's going to be Squammy getting 2 so far. Blood thicker than water right now, but there we have it. Blood being spilled on Virtus Arcus sides as LG Esports up by 3 in this first map.
Oh man, the momentum is definitely on LG Esports side here. That was the full buy actually coming from Virtus Arcus. So now LG Esports only losing 1 member of their team. They can just pick up those rifles and move on straight to dominate the 4th round. We got to see, Virtus Arcus hold well here. But looking at the economy, of course, since they had the full buy earlier, gonna go for a couple of half buys here, maybe a Frenzies. You see 3 Frenzies actually come through, as well as looking like a Sheriff there for Susage. So let's see how this defense goes, but they're definitely at a disadvantage.
Though, as another shower take here for Virtus Arcus just to die. Squammy gonna be able to get 2 immediately, and here comes Raffi now with the hot hands. Doesn't even care, but Savvy still gets 2 in response, but you're just not ready for it. And Savvy will put you on the test every single time. He's now gonna get the Phantom in hand, making it a 3v3, and this time the gamble for Virtus Arcus actually working out for them.
That's actually huge for Virtus Arcus there. They're able to get that rifle there onto Savvy, who has proven to be, one of the top fraggers on this team. So let's see if they can make the most of it. We see a rotation here, though, from B long. We see LG Esports slowly approaching. Going to get that ultimate orb. Savvy also has Blade Storm up. So this could be their first round win if they play this one smart.
Gross though with another kill. Virtus Arcus trying to run away with it, and there you have it. Blade Storm gonna get popped. We've been talking about some of the duel's ultimates right now. We saw the run it back, get some value a while ago for LG, and Virtus Arcus this time trying to do it with the Blade Storm. Flacco and Reich's gonna be able to get those takedowns. It's all up to Willie, as Savvy will get felled there by the Omen. Our Cypher though gonna have a gun in hand, and for Virtus Arcus, it's gonna be them trying to rotate accordingly because LG Esports already all the way onto the triple crate on A side.
All right, Willie's actually here, but he won't be able to stop the plant. Now it's going to be all about the dueling. He actually gets the headshot there onto Flacco as he tries to retreat over to Showers. Now it's only the Omen left here. 1v1 situation. got the camera out, gonna go for the defuse here, Rikes. And if Beacon slowly still got the paranoia, throws it out. But of course, Willie not going to peek just yet until now. He actually clutches this one out, and that is going to be first round win going over to Viridius Arcus.
Great play there from Willie. He went close to the shower side because if he does get paranoid, he can still see that Omen anyway. With that confirmation, he went for the peek after the near sight effect was gone, and Viridius Arcus running away with that round. Great steal there, especially from what we saw from Savvy. The shower take actually holding on and actually working out for Viridius Arcus. Now they're on the board and looking to get momentum.
Yeah, that evens things out a bit. Looking at the buys across the board, we were definitely going to see rifles and shields come all the way through. So this is going to be Viridius Arcus' chance to turn things around and shut down a bit of that early momentum that the LG Esports had established for themselves. Looking at the ultimates as well, we've got Rolling Thunder here from Grosso on Viridius Arcus' side. Headshot goes through, 1 for 1, and now it's going to end up being a 3 for 4 with the attackers with the advantage here.
Great aggression there from Viridius Arcus, but unfortunately for them, LG Esports with an even better punish. They got rid of the two duelists, going ham and going through A short immediately, and now the neural theft to get that intel as well. High time for LG Esports to move accordingly and move on to the sites that they want to work with. Cypher though already going over to B. This is Willie. He played it clutch before. Can he do it again? But Rafi trying to make an opening. It might be here on A site because our Omen all alone right now onto the deep corner there.
This is dangerous, Rafit. V actually has all of his utility up, so he's going to flash in here. Susage not ready for this one. Bolt comes through, flash comes through as well, and easily he's going to be taken down here as the members of LG Esports set up for this plant. We see 2 members now of Viridius Arcus approaching from spawn, going up to heaven as well, but the plant is going to go down.
Spike now planted for V2. LG Esports with the advantage again, but we've seen Viridius Arcus get out of situations like this before. Can they do it again here? And now Rolling Thunder here for Grosso. And the question is, where can he actually angle this one? Shots now coming on through, trying to get the penetration through those boxes. Willie looking for an angle, and that shower hold right now from the Phoenix might be the game changer here, because here we go again. The Sova getting one. It's going to be Grosso though with a refrag on Traffy there, and Flacco going to be able to get that final kill. LG Esports surviving with 3, and will get another round here on their bind attack.
All right, LG Esports really wanting to keep things going for themselves here. Definitely gave Viridius Arcus a hard time to try and clutch that one out. Looking at the ultimates now, though, Viridius Arcus has 3 up. You've got the Showstopper, Neural Theft, and of course the Rolling Thunder. But there's also 2 ultimates here on the side of LG Esports. You've got the Omen and the Sova with their ultimates up. So that could definitely create some space here. And looking at where they're positioning themselves, could be another split here, dropping the bomb. Maybe going to try and get some early picks before committing with those ults.
And that Hunter's Fury can be a big game changer there, but we'll see how LG Esports will do it. Spike going to get dropped onto the market side. Seems like pick's going to be more important here and now before anything else. And they're going to be looking to see where they can actually poke the opposition and get that takedown. Here we go again. The Owl Drone going to be into play. Seems like, though, we are going to be seeing that Phoenix hold close, and Susage going to be backing on away because of that intel. Double intel here for LG Esports. They can easily zone out the opposition as soon as they are spotted. And for Viridius Arcus, they have to be careful because they're going to be playing the sheriff round right now. And the question is, how will they get those one taps to actually connect?
All right, let's see what the commitment will be here from LG Esports. We see the bomb was picked up. They're slowly moving towards A main here, but we've got 3 members waiting at U-Haul. Fire goes through. Ige takes down Savvy, and Typhoid going to be taking Ige down actually as a trade, but now it's all of a sudden a 2v4 as they push in, and this is going to leave actually the 2 remaining members of Viridius Arcus very far from the side. Should give LG Esports enough time to plant here. One coming from spawn, and we see Grosso there approaching as well on the flank there from A main.
Yeah, here comes Willie though coming on through from the CT side. Rikes in the meantime already the high ground, and Willie gonna be coming close again with a peek, but this time it's Rafi getting that takedown instead. Grosso though trying to make this flank happen, sees a gun in front of him, will pick it up, Vandal in hand. These one taps can be key here for Grosso, but no, Squammy will see him, and another takedown here for LG Esports. They're using their intel accordingly, and it's just been such good efforts here from our Cypher and Sova.
Yeah, taking a look at the buys, though, this gives Savvy enough credits to finally go for that up. So we'll see if he can make good use of this as we approach our 7th round here. And looking at the ultimates, once again, Viridius Arcus did save a lot up, so they decided to... Oh, Savvy actually selling the up there. deciding not to commit to that and instead go for the Phantom. So now we're going to see rifles all around. Changes his mind once again before the round starts. Again, he's going to be on the op, and we see him waiting here across A main.
Yeah, but there we have it. The round gonna get started with that dart quickly broken down by Typhoid. He's looking for that fever pitch right now. He's looking to get those kills. Ultimates online here for Virtus Arcus. 4 of them ready to go. And the biggest one here might be that Rolling Thunder, but it's already Iga making this Hunter's Fury count. He's gonna get the shots on, trying to get rid of the Omen there, but doesn't get those last 2 shots to actually connect. Arsova now moving forward, but the spike all the way onto the B side instead. Camera right now gonna get taken back, and here we go with Savvy holding on to A short with that operator.
Yes, indeed. But while he's holding there, we're seeing rotation coming through from LG Esports, actually pushing up across Hookah right now. Grosso, though, ready with that stun in case they do come through. Smoke is there to try and keep them safe. Rapid B, though, using the ult here on Showers, maybe trying to bait some members out, get a couple of picks, but he is going to be taken out immediately.
Swami, though, gonna be playing onto the Hookah right now. Drops down, though doesn't actually. Cypher Cage gonna be there, and here comes the entry from the Raze instead. Rapid B, though, with the kill onto Typhoid already. Flacco trying to go for the spray and pray action yet again. Squammy putting this plant down, but the Rolling Thunder is the answer, and that spike isn't gonna be down whatsoever. Instead, it's Squammy falling. Grosso with the initiation there. 2 kills already here, and Virtus Arcus making this retake happen before the spike even gets planted. But Rapid B now with 1 more kill, 1v3 situation with only 13 seconds left. Can the Phoenix play it clutch here?
10 seconds left.
Few seconds left. He jumps through and actually will not get anything. 3 kills going over to Willie there. And right before that, we saw Grosso as well with the Rolling Thunder to secure a couple of kills himself. We saw an interesting approach actually from LG Esports there, where they had Rapid B sort of look like he was committing on the A side there through Showers. And then at the same time, simultaneously the rest of the members push onto B side, to maybe confuse Virtus Arcus as to where the spike would really be. But, unfortunately, in the end, it was Virtus Arcus that was victorious with that one. So we'll see if LG Esports will switch things up. Looks like it's going to be B side this time.
That's so good there from our breach. That Rolling Thunder was so instrumental to allow that win to happen, and LG Esports did not even know what hit them. But now they are getting back in action. There is no more Rolling Thunder on the other side, but they still need to deal with the showstopper from the shadows and the neural theft. So already, Aldron gonna be into play here from Ige. Rapid B getting the orb as well, coming closer and closer to that run and back. Gonna be big here for LG Esports. They're picking out that second life on the Phoenix, but apparently Grosso will shut him down before he can actually hatch on over to another one. Rexo with the refrag, Typhoid ready with the paint shells here. Rotations in order already from Virtus Arcus, and LG Esports gonna be able to put that plant down. Rexo gonna be falling afterwards. Flacco with the refrag, and it's now a 3v3 as soon as this jet comes back to B sites.
Yeah, we see the rotation coming through, though there's still 2 ultimates from the defenders here. So if they use this wisely, they could still win this round. We see a very low HP Cypher just waiting there in Hookah to see if anyone comes through, possibly from that side. Spike, though, could be detonating in any second now.
There you go. Savvy gonna be looking to get that push. Here comes the showstopper, though, and Typhoid catching out Black instead. Squabby, though, with a kill on his brother again. It's gonna be the Cypher right now trying to figure something out here, but Virtus Arcus is running out of time. They decide to disengage instead. Good high ground position here from LG Esports, and they're gonna be able to take this round with time in their side.
All right, so unfortunately, not enough time there for Virtus Arcus to go for that retake, rather, on that round. And now that's going to be 6-2 on the score. Considerable lead here now from LG Esports. And so Virtus Arcus, they were saving a couple of ults to maybe secure a round for themselves. But unfortunately, even with the commitment, with that showstopper there on B site, they just realized, I don't think we have time. I think we were a bit too late there on that push. You're going to have to try for the next round. That does give them 2 ults, though, still on this round here.
The biggest thing was when they saw that Cypher on the high ground, they already knew that hat hold would be so hard to break. Savvy, though, totally trying to go for the shot, doesn't get it. A little too eager onto pulling that trigger, but for now, it is going to be the side of LG Esports trying to scout it out, and Eagle will say, okay, that's going to be my Aldron breaking already. Savvy, you can have that spot. Virtus Arcus, they really have this penchant to go over here onto the east side for the shower take as much as possible, and it's been helping them cover that flank on A side every single time.
There.
Yeah, now let's see how LG Esports will respond. We saw them back away there from Showers. It's only the Sova left, actually. It's just kind of teasing Iga, just kind of teasing Savvy here on this angle. But we see the other members approaching through A main. Of course, you see the Omen will be there to respond if they do decide to push there. Meanwhile, 2 members from Veritas Arcus just sitting at B in case the rotation does happen.
Scoped in though. This is gonna be Savvy looking to hold on to the shower still. 8 gonna be the order here for LG Esports, but as soon as the Omen peaks, that's right, immediately going down. That hold looking really good here for Savvy. Susage though gonna get flied immediately. Curveball into play, and Rapid B will get that takedown. Savvy though still looking nigh unstoppable, has already rotated back to the side and catches that Squammy along the way. Shots don't come. Grosso taking care of the first life there of the Phoenix. Flacco with his wing though, and Iga gonna get on the board. LG Esports now with the advantage. They've gotten rid of the duelist there, and they're gonna have the time to actually go for the spike plant, but Willie, the hold from this man, gonna be catching out Flacco instead, as we saw a great place wall to cover Iga though with a kill. It's all up to the Cypher now to try and hold and seize the Phoenix, but doesn't get the shots to connect.
Oh man, 1v2 here, and it's all up to Willie once again to try and clutch things out for his team. He's got the ult, but no bodies down for him to use it on just yet. One waiting in U-Haul and one just waiting there near A main. And he's slowly backing off. Willie might not actually go for the defuse here and just try and get a couple of kills, but Iga is going to secure that one. And it's now 7-2 on the score in favor of LG Esports.
And just like that, LG Esports in a really big lead. Iga getting on the board. He hasn't been the biggest factor in terms of kills so far, but that does allow him to get back into the running and get back onto the scoreboard. He's only had 3 deaths so far, and the Sova is really an indicator of how survivable LG Esports can really be in many of these rounds. Question is though, can Virtus Arcus play the clutch? We saw a while ago the classic working out there for Savvy. Can we see other pistols here work out for the defense, or can LG Esports try and run away with this more so, as they still have the guns? Blazestorm still gonna be popped. Here comes Savvy initiating. Willie gonna help out to get the kill onto Rex again, and now LG Esports gonna be the one at the man disadvantage.
Oh, Virtus Arcus shocking LG Esports there. Of course, on the save, they decided to go for the aggressive defense there by pushing up through B long. So like you said, they're going to be down 1 man with the Omen, which means they won't really have any smokes here other than the Cyber cages there from the Cypher. Let's see though what they decide to do as we see rotation coming up through on A side.
That stack from Virtus Arcus is heavy on the lamp side, and we see them do this so very often, especially on eco rounds. They're like, okay, you can kill 1, but 2 more will take their place. They're just gonna be a Hydra waiting to happen there. But Rapid B right now keeping an eye out onto the diagonal angle, wants to make sure that connector to CT gonna get covered as much as possible. Cypher Cage is there as well, and for LG Esports, they're trying to fake out the opposition. They're trying to say that, hey, we're going here on this side, but actually rotating to the other. Question is though, will Virtus Arcus be able to catch this in time?
Willie's got the camera watching here on B long, and soon he will be spotting out literally all of the members of LG Esports who are rotating on this side. Flacco just checking the angles to make sure no one is going to be getting them from behind. There goes the tag, and now we see the rotation coming through from Virtus Arcus to try and catch up on this site now. Squammy moving in. Iga gets the shock dart kill there actually onto Willie as the plant goes down.
Great bounces there, and LG Esports can be able to put this one down. 4v4 situation, but Virtus Arcus not going to have the guns that they need. All up to Savvy to make the classic happen yet again. And if you believe in the Archers right now, then it's time to see what they can do. Rapid B though with that kill. Typhoid now with the Frenzy. Grosso coming in. Gets that rifle there, and an opportunity for Virtus Arcus to try and hold this one down. But Iga has the angle from the Gardens, has to dodge away though from the Rolling Thunder. Smoke into play. Dart is going to be there. Opportunity though for Virtus Arcus to push this one down, and the question is, who will win the smoke battle? It's Flacco getting that takedown. Typhoid Zone with that takedown too, and it seems like the defuse happening along the way. LG Esports unable to protect that spike, and Virtus Arcus stealing another one under their nose.
All right, Virtus Arcus actually committing to that one. We saw the Rolling Thunder come through, just for good measure. And they're finally able to win, that 3rd round here against LG Esports. I'm pretty sure this is a really important round, especially in terms of the mental game, because they were rather losing a couple of rounds in a streak there. So to shut down that momentum from LG Esports side, it really helped them out, in terms of establishing their own momentum as we are about soon switching over to the next half.
Is this that kind of game here, Nausicaa, that you have pistols, but you can still win it there? Gotta give my props though to Grosso. Gets the rifle, gets the Rolling Thunder, and just makes so much space for Virtus Arcus to go for the defuse. It was a good idea. They're on pistols anyway. Might as well stick it and see if they can steal it under the nose of LG Esports. That they did. The zone with the smoke helping them out. And now LG Esports still in a pretty commanding lead, but Virtus Arcus has proven that no matter what, they can steal a round away from the Ateneo squadron.
Are getting a bit of a pause here, a tactical pause actually. So we're gonna see what kind of adjustments our teams are gonna have to make. Of course, like we mentioned, this is a best of 5, but the first game is very crucial, especially in terms of establishing that momentum as we move on to the next couple of games. In the best of 5, that will be leading to the finals at PvP Esports this coming December. So lots to look forward to for these two teams who I'm sure are really hungry to prove who is the better school in this rivalry.
You know what I'm excited for here? Best of 5. Does that mean we finally get our icebox in rotation? It'll be interesting to see how these players will adjust, if ever. But for now, it's still LG Esports trying to prove that they can beat Virtus Arcus. And on the other side, of course, the DLSU squadron trying to steal these rounds, steal the lead away, and just take it from there. For now, though, we are going to be back into the action in just a bit. 13 kills, though, for Rapid B has been leading the charge. And we've been seeing the Phoenix become really popularized in the local scene because of what that agent can really do. Explosive with the curveballs, some quick momentum into initial rounds to get the run it back. And of course, here you go, Nausicaa. 2 lives is better than 1 for a great player.
Yes, indeed. Top fragger as well so far here. This Rapid B definitely looking good. Now we see a couple of shots come through. Savvy taking out Rapid B, but it's taken out immediately by Iga there. Rush showers, and now we're seeing the rotation come through for LG Esports, saying they're just going to go for B side. It's a 2-2 defense here on each side, though, for Virtus Arcus.
Yeah, splits defense indeed. Virtus Arcus do have to hold, though, with their Sentinel and with their breach along the way. Paintshell's not trying to get the stone, trying to get more of that control, but Willie, perfect rotation onto the guard that he's been planting the seeds of doubt onto the opposition so far, and now he is going to be able to sow it over there to get 2 so far. Squammy, though, with a takedown response, but Willie free, and he is just going to be freed to the last as Virtus Arcus will get another round here. 4-7 now as we get into the last round of their defense.
Oh my god, Willie showing up in this first game right now for Virtus Arcus and keeping them on the board is going to bring Virtus Arcus here closer to tying things up, of course, with their rival here, LG Esports. No ultimates, though, in this coming round here. Meanwhile, there are 2 on LG Esports side. You got the Hunter's Fury and, of course, the Neural Theft. So that's definitely an advantage for them. And looking at the buys here, we've gotten up on Typhoid, actually. So that's an up on the raise as we see a push here happening through Hookah. Savvy actually taking out the offer immediately, saying he's not going to let you use that weapon of his in this round. And now we're seeing a push come through, maybe rotation here onto B side.
LG Esports did not expect that aggression again from Virtus Arcus, and this time the punish did not happen from the Ateneo squad. Savvy just on a roll, fault line into the peak. That is what you want to see from your Breach and Jet together. Speed kills, and Savvy is the whip. Grosso also on the board. You can really rely on his brawn there. LG Esports now down to 2 members left. Hunter's Fury available though for Ige. Can he actually make this work, as this is such a tough situation now for the attacking Ateneo squadron?
Virtus Arcus able to shock LG Esports there and get clean 3 kills. Let's see, though, if they can follow it up with an actual way to secure this round. You see Rykes just waiting here at Hookah, maybe seeing if Iga here can secure a couple of picks to secure the B site. He does have Hunter's Fury up still, so they could actually get a pick to even things out.
And Iga, though, find another angle. Almost gets tagged down by the camera there. Virtus Arcus still already. And Snappy is just unstoppable in this round. 3 kills already. Bladestorm into play. And up in the air, down he goes. Apparently, the Eagles saying the archers can fly there. But Willie will still hold his ground, get that takedown. And LG Esports will end that half only up by 2.
All right, LG Esports ending things on a good note for themselves there on that half. But of course, Virtus Arcus did not make it easy. The gap in the score here isn't that big. So of course, Virtus Arcus can still tie things up and eventually turn the tides in their favor. But LG Esports still looking strong here. Let's see, though, how they will fare once we switch over sides and once they are on the defense. Of course, on Virtus Arca's side, since they are now on attack, we're going to get that attack there from the Breach, Raze, and Jet, which is an interesting combo. I'm pretty excited to see pan out in this round.
It's gonna be interesting indeed because Virtus Arcas, they can just really surprise the opposition with a sudden flash and dash to get that takedown. LG Esports, though, it really feels like with this double intel, they're gonna have a lot of those notations to see. Oh, they're going here. Oh, they're going there. Now we know what the plan is, and they can work on those modules accordingly. For now, Typhoon gonna get zoned out. The battle of the races is pretty much huge there onto the hookah, and it's all about control. LG Esports trying to keep it as Virtus Arcas wants a siege here from the shower side again.
Yeah, we see Savvy putting down the smoke, but he doesn't commit. Actually, he's going to back up a bit since there's no one to really follow through on the attack there onto A's site. And 3 members, actually, of LG Esports are here defending. As we see rotation from Virtus Arcas, looks like they're going to push through B long, but the Phoenix, Rapid B, is actually here waiting.
Yeah, find out because Rafit B holding close, feeling that momentum. And as we said before, an early run back gonna help him, but apparently he is gonna have no lives remaining. He has to insert the coin there because Grosso will take that scene away from him and take B along as well. Virtus Arcas pushing onto B side already, looking to make this momentum, looking to make this comeback a big possibility. If they get this round, they have a high chance to tie it up into the next one. Susan though gonna be putting this one down, and Virtus Arcas getting the spike in position. And Sammy lurking behind. But Squammy knows his brother too well and will get that kill instead.
Oh man, let's see though if they can secure this one. It's going to be a 3v4 in favor of the defenders right now. You see a couple of members here going to try and peek through, but the smoke is there on long. Meanwhile, Squammy just trying to hold here in hookah, but he's taken down by the opposing Cypher. And now it's going to be a 3v2. Only 2 members left on the defending side here. Can they go for the retake? Diffuse comes through, but Ig is taken down. It's only Flacco left right now here in hookah. He jumps out. Can he finish this one? Stun comes through. The kills come through, and it's going to be Susage actually saving that round and securing them the 6th win. Close to tying things up.
God, that was so close for Flacco. If he only got the headshot there onto the Omen, he could have actually transferred to kill the Breach as well. But unfortunately, those things just don't happen there for LG Esports and Virtus Arcas now with the momentum. Now, there's a bit of a, philosophy in Valorant here, Nausicaa. Every map is defense-sided to a degree, but when you know how to play this attack well, when you know how to really bear the aggression and surprise the opposition with the numbers, that's where the attacking side can get the surprise, and Virtus Arcas making it happen there on B sites.
Yes, indeed. It's all about the mind games. It's what they want you to think. They want you to think it's defense-sided, but if you play the mind games right, you can always, come up with a plan, bring things in your favor. Ige actually going to fall there. Rapid B tries to get a couple of shots there with that shorty, but he is going to be taken down, leaving 3 members here from LG Esports to defend.
Hard task for LG Esports. They're just going to be looking for these kills mid-rotation. If they can catch out the Cypher, they might stand a chance. But for Virtus Arcas, guns are available, and they're going to be putting this one down with Susage planting it again. Now, these plants can actually be modified here by Virtus Arcas. It's a round that they can easily win, so they can try to give someone that ultimate a bit quicker. Susage is the one doing it there. Squammy though with the kill onto Willie. They can get that gun, but speaking of the ultimate, so on the other side, Virtus Arcas ready with that Rolling Thunder, and we've seen what Grosso can do. He's looking for that setup. He's holding on to the hook. Jump on in. The Raze will peek with his head. Flacco will go down. Rexo with a refrag. It's a 2v3 situation as Virtus Arcas scattering around.
Oh, there goes the TP through. Let's see what Grice can do. He's actually taken out immediately there by Susage, and now it's only Squammy with this frenzy. See a couple of members here just waiting on Gardens. Typhoid tries to pull through. 3 kills with the frenzy. 4 kills in total. And that's Squammy trying to clutch things out. Unfortunately, there's not enough time, but the effort. Squammy is hungry to try and secure that round.
That's a statement. LG Esports, they're saying that they can do what Virtus Arcas has been doing on that last half. They can win pistols, they can win eco rounds, even though they didn't win it because of that spike timer. A triple kill with that one burst from the frenzy. You don't see that too often, but Kwame will show us how it's done. And take note, efficiency is key for every single player. Squammy at the top with 14 kills, now tying up with Grosso.
Oh man, what a crazy spree there from Squammy on that frenzy. And now let's see what they can do, of course, with the full buys all across the board. See them all sporting these rifles. Savvy trying to dodge that flash there, but Rapid B gonna get him anyway. Actually gets 2 kills, taking out Grossa as well. And now the attacking side is down 2 members. Let's see what they can do. The bomb here is approaching Hookah. Let's see if they can jump down and commit to this one.
Yeah, personally, I really don't agree with trying to not look at flashes here in a game like this. You still get flashed anyway, and if you do spray it in front of you, it can help get. But Rapid, he doesn't need any help whatsoever. He's looking for the ace, but Susage would deny it. The shot almost connecting to the head. Susage gonna be able to survive so very close, but sometimes habits do die hard. And for Virtus Arcus on the other side, they do die pretty easy and gets that final kill.
Oh man, apparently there's an unknown buff that if your teammate gets 3 kills with a frenzy, the rest of the team gets stronger. And LG Esports right now all carrying that hype from that previous round, and now they're able to secure this one quite clean. So now they're in the lead. It's an 8-7 now on the score in this first game of this best of 5. Taking a look at the ultimates, you've got 2 here on the attacker side. Rolling Thunder on Grossa, so this could actually be a full commit here onto B site if they're able to create some space there on B long.
Nausicaa, would you say it's a blue buff waiting to happen here for LG Esports? That's pretty much it, isn't it? But Rapid B, he's looking hot. He wants to get those flames on yet again. Run it back available, and with the 4K a while ago, he's ready to go for that second life again. That 1-up is something to really keep an eye out on, but Ige gonna be able to get 1, gonna be able to get 2, gonna be able to get 3. He's counting it up. He's saying, this number on my name is not just for that single kill that I can easily get. He can just really count to 3, get those takedowns, and suddenly Virtus Arcus in the same situation as the last round.
Oh my god, these members of LG Esports just playing a mini game of who can get that ace there. But right now, there's only 1 member left. Grossa was not even able to use that Rolling Thunder there, so he's going to be saving it for the next round because every single member of LG Esports is still up here, and there goes the win. Flawless win there from LG Esports.
Clutch time gonna be happening very soon here. LG Esports wins it again, and not just that, they are winning it so very dominantly. Look how fast these kills happen. Virtus Arcus unavailable whatsoever to go for the refrags. Now, case in point though, that was a round that they didn't really have the guns they wanted. Virtus Arcus now gonna be having a forced buy here with the full buys, no money left, and it's gonna be pretty hard for them if they lose this round again. Can LG Esports get another one here? And now, can they run away yet again against Virtus Arcus? We'll find out as we get back into the battle for B Short.
Here we go. At this point in the tournament, there's no room for hesitation. If they go for the full buy, they've got those 3 ults. They're going to have to go all in if they want to win these rounds. Let's see, though, if they can use these wisely. For all we know, they could get away with just using their Rolling Thunder and then winning the round to save the other parts of their utility. But right now, going to be playing it slow. We see them just hovering on Link there, deciding where they will commit.
Commitments is a hard thing to do, but for now, Virtus Arcus, they have 3 ultimates that can help them out. That Rolling Thunder has been instrumental to make a big difference in a game like this, and we'll see if Grossa can let it rip. Question is, though, seems like for LG Esports, it's a more passive defense right now. And do you think this is better for them to change the pace of this game, Nausicaa?
I mean, honestly, I've been pretty big fan of the aggressive defense approach that some of our teams have had here. Especially, of course, with LG Esports, Rapid B on that Phoenix, who actually has his ult up. So sometimes that can definitely catch the opposing team off guard if you just pop that early on in the round, maybe get a couple of picks. But it looks like he will be saving that. And a couple of seconds left here. They got to commit soon.
Virtus Arcus, they have to go as quick as can be. 3 ultimates online and ready to go. Rolling Thunder gonna be there. Paranoid thrown on that. And Virtus Arcus saying, let's just clean up B-side. 1-for-1 trade though. Grossa gonna be able to catch out the run it back there. Looking for the push, but Rapid B will get the revenge just for himself. 3 versus 3 though. Only 7 seconds left here for Virtus Arcus. And this has to be Susage getting this spike down. The flames will burn him down. Now for the side of LG Esports, it's all about survival. Interesting showstopper from Flacco. They win the round, sure, but Willie will get the kill in response. No one surviving here between DLSU and ADMU. What's a way to go, though, in that round?
Oh, man. An intense round from our teams there. Unfortunately, Virtus Arcus took just a bit too long. They planted at nearly the last second there. I think around 5-point-something seconds left before that spike went down. And so, they just took a bit too long. They had 3 ultimates, I believe, toward near the end of that round. The Rolling Thunder did come through, but the question was, did they use it too late? And so we'll see what they can do with 4 ultimates this time around.
And the thing to note is Flack is still using that showstopper, even though it got the kill, can be used for something else. You only need to play for time, and for LG Esports, we'll see if that showstopper difference can actually hurt them into this round. Because look at this, Typhoid is ready with his own rocket launcher. He's gonna be able to fly on into B side if ever. Dark cover though gonna be into play again. Bladestorm though available. Virtus Arcus even giving that spike to the Jet, and now this might just be Virtus Arcus going fast for this round instead.
All right, let's see the approach here from Virtus Arcus. We see the Raze solo here on B, while the rest of the members are approaching A site. No commitment just yet, but the smokes do come through. They may be moving in soon. We'll have to wait.
Time is of the essence again. Virtus Arcus a while ago, they really ran out of time to execute in other different angles. They had to force it out, and they paid the price for it. This time, though, it will be them rotating a bit earlier on the B side, but Flacco now saying, hey, you know, I don't need the showstopper to get kills. I can catch out Willie immediately. Bladestorm, though, hit from Savvy, moving on the round. Right, though, he's going to be able to avoid the burst fire there, and LG Esports making it another 5v1 situation. The writing on the wall, but Susage going to be able to just break the god and get that one tap. Besides that, Flacco is back, looking to get back his ultimate as quick as can be, and conveniently enough, LG Esports up by 4.
Oh man, these past 2 rounds not looking good right now for Virtus Arcus. We've seen them holding on, to these ultimates for both rounds, waiting until below a minute before they decide to commit to a site. I'm looking for a switch in pace here, because if they continue to, show this kind of pattern of play, with the use of time, LG Esports, they're going to be happy to just sit back and shut down the attack wherever they decide to commit. So let's see what kind of approach Virtus Arcus goes for here. Looking at the buys, it is a full buy all across the board, but this gave LG Esports time to save up those ultimates.
And there we have it, 4 boxes ready to go, and it now is Rapid Beat trying to entry onto B long sees no one after the curveball peak. Spike left behind though, and for Virtus Arcus, they're going to be changing it up a bit and looking for the picks instead. No commitment whatsoever as of yet. Dark cover though going to get thrown on over to the other side, and for Rikes, he's all alone here inside the container because his teammates is playing the elbow instead, just to make sure no one's creeping on that way.
Yeah, looks like there wasn't really too much of change of pace here. They are still going to take it slow. The bomb was picked up there by the Omen, and now they're slowly walking up here onto B side. 3 members, though, of LG Esports are waiting with 4 ultimates all stacked up. Let's see who can use their utility better. The drone comes through, though. Gonna try and peek, maybe tag someone on hookah. Rikes preparing that paranoia.
Great call though here from LG Esports. They are triple stacked here on B, having the numbers right now to try and capitalize on Virtus Arcus entering from 2 sides. But already the TP here from DLSU. We saw the Cypher try to clear out the east side of A, and they're rushing forward to try and put this one down. Cloudburst into play. There's the TP to stay behind the boxes, and the spike being planted. But Egan with the Hunter's Fury, and Rikes with a wall back to get that takedown. LG Esports saying, okay, you guys are playing it smart. We're gonna be even smarter here. Squarmy with the kill onto Typhoid, who misses the showstopper on the Cypher, but Grosso is still there. They have to put this one down, but Savvy cannot fight and put this spike down at the same time. Egan with another one, and LG Esports playing so very objective pace to get another round. Grosso with a quad. Besides that, he's the ace, and at least Virtus Arcus will get a highlight out of that one.
Oh, but the question is, was it worth it? We're 1 round away now from LG Esports securing the first game in this best of 5. Grosso, he's been pretty instrumental to a lot of the initiating for his team. Of course, with that Rolling Thunder, in fact, he's 1 charge away. I think it's charged up, actually, for this next round. But again, it's all about the time. LG Esports, they're comfortable with waiting and reacting to whatever approach Virtus Arcus goes for here. Let's see if it's going to be the same story.
LG Esports, these guys, they're just really reading Virtus Arcus like a book. They were so very ready for it. They were so very ready to really capitalize on that spike plan.
Ooh.
But you cannot count out Virtus Arcus as of yet. They're gonna have a gun. They have the sheriffs there as well. Right, still with a kill onto Willie, but the information has already been scattered to the rest of Virtus Arcus. Leaks onto the test results coming on through. Grosso though wanting to push with the flashpoint. Rolling Thunder available. Confidence from getting that ace. And for now, it's Virtus Arcus actually setting up on B side as Squammy looking to play the elbow instead. We'll get blinded, we'll get paranoid, and now we'll get taken down by his brother there.
Oh man, 2 ultimates though still up for the attacking side here. 3 members waiting here at spawn, and now it's going to be the retake situation. You're finally able to put that spike down. Typhoid going to be waiting while the other members are on gardens there. The other members, though, approaching through elbow and through spawn. And like I said, Virtus Arcus, 2 ultimates. Let's see if they can use this wisely.
And they'll sign that though. Virtus Arcus playing with that spike down. As we said before, though, a bit of confidence still here for the DLSU squadron because of that 5K a while ago. And they need to survive here and now. Another factor because of the ace, that Rolling Thunder. But no one gonna get spotted out yet. Blacko finally gets rid of Sushi there. And into the smokes. And LG Esports saying, we aren't smoke and mirrors. We are gonna be able to try and get this defuse though. Do they have the time? It's gonna be close. And with a second left, it's Egib making it happen. LG Esports will win out the first map there. And it seems like for DLSU, it's a basic rule of thumb. Learn your lesson, check your corners before pushing.
Oh my goodness. What a way to end our first game there between LG Esports and Virtus Arcus. It was an intense match. Of course, we did see, though, that towards the end of this game, time really became, I think, one of the critical factors here. And it's something we're going to want to watch as we go through the next games. Is Virtus Arcus hesitating? Are they actually kind of afraid here to approach LG Esports when they're on the attacking side? That's something we'll have to see as we progress. But man, congratulations to LG Esports for that first game. Reminder though, best of 5. So potentially we could still have a whole 5 games to go here in this rivalry between DLSU and ADMU.
Everybody's sitting down for quite a while, that's for sure. But for Virtus Arcus, they're really struggling on that offense for a big reason. When they tried to execute, they are just caught out by LG Esports. Another factor there that really lies into that situation was because the time they have is always giving them only one option. They tried to push in at the very last moment, tried to surprise the opposition immediately, but no, LG Esports, they're ready for it. This is such a good way to showcase your intelligence here from LG Esports, and they're doing it so very well. Good shutdowns here and there. Virtus Arcus, though, I do commend some of their aggressive plays. Those shower takes were really fun to see, and it really was them trying to go for the duels as much as possible. But for LG Esports, it was more of the elements and more of their gameplay working out in that map. Will that be the same case in the other match we'll get in this best of 5? Well, tune on in, guys, to the later matches because we'll be on a quick little break. And when we return, it's game number 2 between Virtus Arcus and LG Esports here in the University Alliance Cup.
Dear Mother, light of the home.
Dad?
Hey, baby!
Greetings, Professor Rodolfo.
May I be absolved
From
Math club tomorrow.
May Globe Virtual Hangouts kasi.
Go and hang out from wherever you are. Just open the Globe One app, choose an event, and click join.
Watch concerts online!
Dance together!
We can do quiz nights.
Yo, let's go! If you allow me,
I promise.
To make it up to you.
And repay your kindness tenfold? Truly, your favorite child.
I love you, Dad.
please, babe.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy your fave events with Globe Prepaid Virtual Hangouts. All together now.
Yes!
She's like an elevator, elevator. She'll take you up and bring you down, down, down. She's like an elevator, elevator. She'll take you up and bring you down, down. Just like an elevator. Take it from me, I've learned my lesson. She gave everything, she was such a blessing. But from day to day, she'll change her ways. Give me her love, then she take it away. don't get jealous of the things I've done. Cause I have made my way through the better days. I will not be angry if you walk away. Cause it just proves that you are not okay. I should've known from the start that I was starting something. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I should've known right from the start that it would end in nothing. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I can't help but feel the way I feel when I'm with you. When I'm with you, I can't help but feel the way I feel when I'm with you. When I'm with you. Please stop your yelling, you used to be so calm. You were my number one, but now you're just no fun. I showed you my hand and you played it repeatedly. Oh, and now it's time to go back into me. Oh, I should've known from the start that I was doing something. Oh, I should've known right from the start that it would end in nothing. I can't help but feel the way I feel when I'm with you. When I'm with you, I can't help but feel the way I feel when I'm with you. When I'm with you.
So welcome back, guys, to the AcadArena University Alliance Cup Valorant powered by Globe and Twitch Student. Game number 2 gonna be coming your way here and now, and it is time for us to get into another map. Great one though. They're on by. We saw LG Esports take that first map there, Nausicaa.
Yeah, it's an intense match too, with a really intense ending toward the end there. We had a really clutch save there, and of course LG Esports did take that. I believe it's 13-7 as we finished that first game, and now we're going to be moving on to the second game in this best of 5. And just a reminder again, the road does not end here. For whoever wins this will represent the Philippines at the PvP Esports Campus Championships in the coming months. So really a lot to look forward to, and again, I'm looking forward to seeing how this rivalry unfolds.
Yeah, and you know, these guys here have always been so very close. You already have the brothers looking to duel from 2 different teams. We've seen a lot of chat from them in the game itself, and it's just so enjoyable to have that kind of camaraderie even in a grand finals. But you guys have also made your voices heard so far, and of course, with the pickings that we saw a while ago, LG Esports now gonna be at a disadvantage here for game number 2. Oh, I was like, oh, the pick'ems change. I didn't know that. Apparently, it's good to learn right here, right now. Virtus Arcus taking the lead away. It's so very close. So pretty much 50-50. Pretty much splits evenly, with Virtus Arcus just edging a little bit closer. And especially as we're going to be getting into their map pick, I believe, next, which is going to be Haven.
Yeah, so this is huge, honestly. This is the perfect time right now for the fans, of course, of Virtus Arcus to really support their team as we move on to the second game.
And don't forget, guys, the Virtual Hangouts chat rally is still going to be up and running. Globe, you do forget to use the hashtags Globe, Prepaid Virtual Hangouts, and your team of choice between LG as well as Virtus Arcus here. So the question is, though, who will be able to take this map? And another question for me is, who will be able to take that 750 Valorant points given out by the Virtual Hangouts chat rally from Globe? We'll find out later on. This can really go all the way, can't it, Nausicaa? Best of 5 means that it's first to 3, and even if a team is up 2-0, if ever, there's always a chance no matter what. And a perfect chance here for Virtus Arcus to try and tie it up, because they're going to be playing on Haven. And now there's something I noticed here, Nausicaa. It's very very distinct. I didn't mention it a while ago, but finally there's an archer in the roster there for DLSU.
Oh man, it's gonna be interesting to see the agents that will be locked in here. Will Savvy actually go for the Reina this time around? I'm really curious because we have seen him play on the Jet for the most part in this tournament. But with the switch over, we saw Grosso was actually on Breach earlier, and suddenly switching over to the Jet is a pretty big thing. So I'm excited to see what the final compositions will be here.
Yeah, we'll find out. So, because we are going to be getting these things locked in. And speaking of the lock-in already, Virtus Arcus is ready with that double intel composition. They're going to be going ham, though, as Grossa is on the Jet this time and Savvy on the Reina. You see this too often here, Nausicaa.
Yeah, this is definitely an interesting pick because it's seen a lot in general in this tournament, but not that much on Savvy, at least compared to the Jet. Of course, he is still a duelist though, so you are expecting, that duelist performance we've been seeing from him so far.
Yeah, I'll find out because when you play that Reina, it's feast or famine. It's all about getting those kills. But here we go into game number 2. Haven is a place that Haven here for the DLSU squad. And they actually equalize the series.
It really isn't the rivalry.
To be able to get
We aren't
this
even the same level.
2-0 lead. The levels though between these two teams pretty much trying to get as close as to each other. But for now, we're gonna be getting at it again. LG Esports now on the attack first and foremost. Double duelist, double incel, and the Omen versus double Intas, double incel, and the Omen. It's time to see if the Reina can make those leaders counts against the curveballs, or will Rapid B just go ham again with those 2 lives being better than 1. It's time for us to get into the game. It's time for us to get into the second map of this best of 5.
Now, one thing we want to watch, compared to the first game, was when you watch the last half of that game earlier, where LG Esports did win, we saw moments of hesitation maybe from Virtus Arcus, where they were waiting up until there were only around 40 or 30 seconds left before they decided to commit to a site. So that's going to be something important to watch here from Virtus Arcus. They will be starting on defense here, or on the defending side, but once we switch over once again to attack, we want to see what kind of pace they take and maybe see a bit more commitment, maybe, or confidence from their team, to kind of switch up their pace as the rounds go by.
Find out what kind of strategies are we going to get this time. For Virtus Arcus, the thing they have to hold on to will be their attacking side later on. They have to be quicker than what they've done so far in the series. For LG Esports, their reads have been good, but where can they improve? Can they actually go for the duels properly against Virtus Arcus when they feel like they have that advantage? Sometimes overconfidence is really going to be such a big game changer. If LG Esports does fall into, seeing Savvy having the classic in hand and still getting taken down, then that might be room for improvement there for the AcadArena squadron. But now it's time for us to get into the game. 3 goats here for LG Esports, 2 on the side of Virtus Arcus. Headshots gonna be pretty much key. Flacco though, play the frenzy, and we'll see if he can channel this power of Squammy there on that gun as we get into the first round.
All right, let's see the approach here. We see them walking up. A couple of members here through C-Long, and the others split onto Garage there. Typhoid going to take out that camera, but the members of LG Esports rushing through, and Typhoid not able to stop them. Now Grosso going to have to put down the smokes. Now it's going to be all about the site. Flacco able to take out 1, but Savvy takes out 1 himself. It's a 4v3 right now in favor of the defense, but quickly things are evened up. And now the plant, it's all about the spike now. Hasn't been taken down just yet. Willie taking out Flacco, not giving LG Esports enough time to put down the bomb here.
We are going to be into play as well. Squammy, though, hiding on the side, will get peeked here, and Savvy will get his revenge and catch out the Cypher there. Egan now all alone. He is just 1 versus the world. He's going to be using that default, though, for cover so far, but here comes Savvy trying to go for the knife. Willie, though, will just decide to go for the shot instead. And for Virtus Arcus, they made that quick. They've upped the ante here, and they upped the pace, Nausicaa, and with that spike being down along the way, Virtus Arcus really helping out their situation there.
Good start from Virtus Arcus here so far, although it was a pretty quick take there from LG Esports. Virtus Arcus just took it slowly. They got the picks that they needed as they went for that retake. Actually, not even needing to go for the defuse because LG Esports didn't have any time to put down that spike there. So we'll see second round. Bulldog coming through here from Typhoid, while there are a couple of Spectres on the other members here on the defending side.
Typhoid though gonna be playing into the window. Owl Drone already goes for the scout. Bulldog, as you mentioned, can be a big game changer. One burst fire can cleanly clock your head. And the question right now is how will NG Esports actually respond in kind? They're darting through to the middle, trying to get the scan in behind. Savvy gonna be gets caught out here, but there's the takedown on the Flacco instead. Dismissed to try and stay alive. Egan though on the board. LG Esports and their rush working out so far, but can they hold on against Savvy? This is gonna be a wrecking ball waiting to happen, but Rapid B with that kill instead. Ige rotating over to the side as Grosso is gonna be able to get that poison pill kill onto Rapid B. Now it's 1v1 onto A, but classic only here for Ige.
Oh man, Savvy trying his best to hold there on B side, but unfortunately he's taken down by Rapid B at the end. Now it's gonna be a 1v1. And keep in mind, this was with LG Esports saving up too. So let's see what the approach will be here. Jerome comes through, gets the tag. Grosso trying to find him.
Some
Will
good
he
damage.
actually-
Oh my god, here Nausicaa is so close. And will he actually be able to rotate? Oh, Grosso! He moves into A long. This is gonna be so cat and mouse between these two. But the high ground thing. That's not how you want to do it. That tag with the dart was so instrumental, and it was a bit too eager there for Grosso to run on in while getting scanned by the Sova.
Yeah, man, that's going to even things out actually here for the two teams very clearly. Still both at each other and really keeping things even as we are in this second game. Now looking at the economy though, we see nearly full buys for the attacking side here, LG Esports, although Ige is going to decide to save, or rather keep that Spectre as we move on into the next game. Or maybe actually, I'm not sure if he even saved that from the previous one.
I mean, he just got it, right? He just got it from the corpse there of the Jet. And now with LG Esports stealing that round 2 away, everything is going to be topsy-turvy. It's Virtus Arcus struggling on the Eco side right now. They were supposed to win that round, but LG Esports and their bomb rush through B was enough to get the kills anyway. It allowed them to have that 1v1.
Oh
but Savvy
my.
now on the board again. Frenzy going to be able to get that kill. Unfortunately for him, though, he doesn't pop the Empress before that. He didn't have it, I believe, as of yet anyway. And the thing about that is you don't get that insta-devar to get the heal. So he's in a low HP state. He has to deal with what he has so far, 4v4 though, and now that is going to be the Jet getting one on the side of LG Esports.
Yeah, they might actually have given Savvy a rifle there, and he's going to go for the flank. Let's see, though. We're watching LG Esports push up now through A long. It's only the Cypher here on the site with a classic and a camera that's not even set. The dash in with the smoke there from the Jet. And Flacco gets the kill onto Willie. Now it's a 3v4 as the rest of the members of Virtus Arcus go for the rotation.
And a quick correction there, Virtus Arcus did have the Empress at the start of that round, but for now, will they actually use it? Because Spectre in the clutches of Savvy here, 30 HP though, it's such a big gamble for Arena, but if anyone can do it, it might be this guy. Lear now gonna be used up, and he's gonna be dropping on down, looking for the spray and pray action behind the smoke, pushes on through, but Rex, he's gonna be able to hold on, avoid all those bullets like Neo, and now Typhoid gonna fall there, Flacco with the entries, Flacco with control, and Flacco with 4 in that round.
Oh man, Flacco able to save his team and carry that one. But now, looking at the buys, Grosso is gonna go for the Jet with the op here on defense. Let's see where he's gonna be waiting. Might decide to just hold here on A long, while the other members, of course, are gonna go for the rifles. And so this is the point where, you know, the playing field is way more even compared to the previous rounds. Now this is really where our game begins.
And there we have it. Blade Storm versus Empress. This is going to be a battle of ultimates, perhaps, between Flacco as well as Savvy. Grossodona operator in hand. And this time, he's looking the scope on in. Go for the shot! And Flacco does not survive whatsoever. Good kill there from the Jet. Moves over to the high ground right now to keep an eye out on the sewer angle. Paranoid though into play. Trying to go for the collat, but no. Squammy will hold down the line. And LG Esports not fearing the operator whatsoever, but they might have the fear. Willie lurking here on A. And we'll say, okay, let's rotate. Big opportunity here for LG Esports to move on around. Fake it till they make it. Can they commit on A? But no, they're going to be moving on ads and looking to play somewhere else instead.
Oh man, risky position there from Grosso after he gets that first pick. Unlucky there that he gets hit by the paranoia and he's immediately taken out. But right, you said, let's see what kind of approach LG Esports goes for here. Rotating possibly to Garage or maybe onto C, but two members of Virtus Arcus are waiting. Just looking at the utility, we still got one ult up on each side.
It's a big factor here for LG Esports. When you're on Haven attack, you get that first pick. Doesn't matter how many members you have, it's easier to assault a single site because there's 3 of them to defend. Cypher Cages though into play. Rapid B running on around, and Virtus Arcas, they respect the Phoenix. They say that bird is coming at us. We just have to back on away before he does return to his spot. But it's LG Esports given space to put the spike down. 4v4 right now. Virtus Arcas playing a more standard post plant, allowing everyone else to rotate first and foremost.
All right, good setup there from LG Esports, committing with that ult there from Rapid B. Now the question is, can they hold, or will Virtus Arcas go for the retake here? Rykes getting one, and Squammy taking one as well. Now it's a 2v2 even on each side. That Recon Bolt is going to be taken out quite quickly, and the members of LG Esports waiting here on long. Suchin falls, Typhoid gets one onto Iga, and now it's a 1v1 between the Sova and the Phoenix. Rapid B trying to peek. The defuse is here, but all he needs to do is get that shot. Can he get it? Typhoid is actually gonna get that and complete the defuse here. Defender's gonna win, and it's tied up now between Virtus Arcas and LG Esports.
No, that was such a big opportunity there for Rapid B, and it seems like he sacrificed all his powers on that first map because he is at the bottom of the barrel here for LG Esports. He's done a good impact though with just running on in and clearing out the site by his lonesome. He's like, hey, I'm here, life of the party, but apparently the life of the party will get ignored, and Virtus Arcas taking it to the other side instead. They went for the good post plant, and it was so very close. Opportunity there for LG Esports. They had the proper angle, but the whiff's just not gonna really help them out there. Virtus Arcas getting that round instead, and now we're all tied up. It's such an even game so far. Savvy though peeking, wanting to go for the kill, but doesn't get anything as of yet.
Oh man, so aggressive there from Savvy. You know, even with the half shield, pulling through, or rather pushing through those doors. But now they will be backing off. We see the spike actually just sitting there close to C Long, and taking a look at the ultimates as well. That's 3 on each side, so it is pretty even. But of course, we're gonna have to look at what the attackers have. You got that Hunter's Fury and the Blade Storm, so a very aggressive take on a site if they do decide to use those ults.
We'll see though, 3 ultimates now indeed in the hands of LG Esports to make that 3 here for Virtus Arcas, as they will have it at Blazestorm and Neurotef as well. For now though, it's a B push happening here from LG Esports. We've seen some success before in the middle of the map. We'll see though if Grosso can just cut them down as soon as they walk on in. Oh, the first part just doesn't connect. It is so hit and miss. It's such an all-in, and Rapid B will just get in there and get that takedown. Squabby also on the board. Savvy though gonna be putting a filter on our screens and popping that Empress. Question is though, can he see the highlights into play in the smoke? Still unable to get that kill. So very difficult right now here for the side of Virtus Arcas to try and go for the frags, but Susage and Typhoid will make do and make this 3v2 instead.
All right, let's see if LG Esports can defend this right now on A. 2 members here are coming from spawn. The smokes come through as they're trying to create some space for themselves here. Paranoia used as well. Flacco just waiting here as the members of Virtus Arcas just trying to be careful. Hunter's Fury comes through just to buy this some time. Susage actually gets a kill there through the wall bang, and now it's a 2v2. Hunter's Fury not able to land there onto Typhoid, but Flacco gets one onto Susage. Now it's a 1v2. Typhoid trying to save this one, but that is going to be a round going over to LG Esports.
Flacco on the board there, getting the kills here for LG Esports. And I gotta say, Rapid B seems like he sacrificed something there for Flacco in between these rounds, because it's Flacco right now taking the lead, taking the mantle of getting the kills and more. And that's a good thing here for LG Esports. If one of the 2 duelists aren't really on the hottest streak, the other one is just ready for it. And a while ago, we saw Rapid B taking that lead. Flacco was just, hey, I'm going to be able to get some kills here and there. But this time, it's all Flacco right now here for the side of LG Esports. And this is a team game, guys. It doesn't matter who's getting the kills. You just need to get them. And for now, with a 3-2 scoreline, LG Esports in the lead, trying to keep up this momentum as Virtus Arcas has to play the eco instead.
Yeah, so this should be, at least on paper, pretty clean. Oh, one tap though, going through. Susage gets one onto Iga there on the defense, and so that's going to be 1 man down. And on this eco round, that's pretty big. Let's see if they can pull through. Rapid B though, able to take out Savvy. So it's a 4v4. Shots are fired. Flacco taking out the opposing Jet. 3v3 now as Willie takes out Rapid B with a classic there, getting the headshot.
That's a good shot. But you know, Susage, he's been doing these one-taps for quite a while already, and he's probably praying to the right gods to make that happen. The one-touch gods smiling on Virtus Arcas, but can they Esports. So it's so difficult right now in a 3v2 slate. LG Esports, though, the thing is they're going to be giving up some of that position. Still gonna get that sap on the Squammy after missing the initial shot. But besides that, it's Rice getting the kill in response. Now, Willie all alone. Can he be freed from this round, freed from his suffering? He has the Phantom in hand, so his fate is really into this rifle so far.
Oh man, but this must be such a familiar feeling for Willie. He's been in this situation many, many times, even just seen in the previous game. Let's see, though, 2 ultimates here on the side of LG Esports. Willie, he does have the Phantom, but there's still a lot of utility left here for both Flacco and, of course, our Omen. Now we see Cypher slowly pushing up. Willie getting shot there by the blades. He gets stabbed from range, and now it's going to be 2-4. 2 rounds up. LG Esports are in the lead.
If you look at the nightly news, there's a breaking report there. Someone getting stabbed multiple times by knives, and apparently that man is identified as Willie. Bladestorm getting another effective kill. Flacco is just on a roll. He has been the shiny star here for LG Esports for this map. LG Esports overall playing a good game, but it's such a big difference. 4-4-4-3, and then you have someone with 11 kills. It's like, huh? How did that happen? This is just Flacco taking control of this game. And in all honesty, Virtus Arcus has to really target this Jet because of his performance so far.
And definitely gotta shut this guy down. Savvy pushing up aggressively here on the defense. Unable to get any kills though. Now he's gonna try and jump up the window, but it's taken out by Ige, turning things into a 4v5. Ultimates used. Actually, the run it back was already used, but he is gonna run out of time here. We see the rotation coming through now onto Garage. Wow, Typhoid getting the shot there after using that recon bolt, and now things are evened up.
The power of the recon bolt, so instrumental. Smokes don't matter if you are on the other side, and there you have it. 4v4 though. Virtus Arcus able to even up the odds after everything is said and done. But here comes LG Esports back, moving over to Seaside. But Squammy gonna get caught out by Grosso. This is the second time we've seen here from Virtus Arcus really targeting that one. Typhoid with a shock dart, really on the board. Susan just there, and Virtus Arcus, they set up a trap here, and they slowly but surely reel LG Esports in.
Oh man, a clean last seconds there coming in from Virtus Arcus in that round. And let's see if they can continue to carry that kind of performance as we progress through the next few rounds. We see Grosso here on the op. And see if he can make good use of this. We did see him get a pick earlier, and it's just about keeping up that kind of performance. Swami, yes, gonna buy as well, but gonna be forced actually to go for the half shield as he does opt for the Vandal. Now 3-4 and 1 Omen each side. Let's see how they use this.
We'll find out as LG Esports now still up by 1. And if you guys are just tuning on in right now, this is the grand finals between LG Esports and Virtus Arcus to see who will represent the Philippines in the PvP Esports Campus Championship this December. For now, though, it's going to be time to move on around yet again. Split defense here, though, for Virtus Arcus. We see these stations so very often on Haven, one's on each side of an entry point. And the biggest deal right now for LG Esports is they're responding in a way that they're looking for picks, but they're not getting it so far. Savvy, though, trying to play the aggression, but Squammy, this guy, if this comes out or something, he just knows it. He sees that head, peeks it, gets that kill, crosses though with the operator again. And this A-long up has been very effective so far for Virtus Arcus, but can they survive further on onto A site itself?
Yeah, the smokes are there, and we see them slowly gonna try and create some space here on this A site. Flacco getting a kill onto Grosso, and that's the upper down. Willie, though, able to take out Ige. Now it's a 3v3. You see a couple of members here. Typhoid waiting, looking here on B side. It's a 1v1 as the other guys are on the other side of the map. Recon Bolt comes through. I think that Cypher is gonna back out, but the spike has not been planted just yet.
Spike not gonna be down whatsoever. 3v3 though, and here comes our Cypher rotating over to A side. High ground though, taken, and Willie takes that elbow, and it's like, that's an interesting bone right there, gutting out. Might as well get that kill on the default angle. If you are not in the specific spot that keeps you alive from heaven, then you are gonna pay the price with your life there. But now it is gonna be Ranks getting 2 so far. Doesn't matter what Virtus Arcus can get out of this one in Nausicaa, because it's now Typhoid all alone. Is this vaccination into play here from LG Esports? It seems like that is so, and you just got injected there for LG Esports because they are up by 2 now in this 8th round.
Yes, LG Esports in the lead once again, just like our game 1 right now. And so Virtus Arcus, on the defense, gonna have to find a way to shut down Flacco, who's just been still on a roll here. But we did see Rikes as well performed really well in that previous round. Now we'll see no ults up on each side, although because of that loss, seems like Virtus Arcus are going to have to opt for the safe here. A couple of stingers maybe, and the Sheriff.
We'll find out. That Sheriff from Susage. He has just basically borne the weight of the sins here of Virtus Arcus every single time when he has that Sheriff. He's just like, I'm gonna pray, I'm gonna get this shot, and he has been clicking heads more often than not with a gun like that. For Gross, though, Blade Storm is the play. Virtus Arcus wanting to go for a bit of a flank there from the sewers, and seems like LG Esports eager with a quick little lurk there on C-side and denies usage of whatever he's been praying and whatever he's been up to. But Grosso with a kill on the rapid instead. Aggression right now with the Blade Storm. High ground though, gonna get spotted on out, and with only 11 HP, our Jet needs to play a bit more careful. But Typhoid now by the window there gets the headshot, but it's not enough. Ige will survive and will be able to get that takedown. They're hiding the guns, they're doing it and more. And this is gonna be LG Esports making sure that they will spot out whoever moves from the lobby to the garden. And Grosso sees temptation by the window still, but it doesn't matter. He goes for the Blade Storm, he goes for the uptrap, and he wants to get in behind, but is spotted immediately by Flacco.
Oh man, 2v4 here in advantage for the attackers. We see the bomb being carried here by our Omen as they slowly rotate. Initially, looks like they were going to move to C, but instead they go back. They double back, going back to A here. The Cypher probably hearing those footsteps slowly moving. The smoke comes through to protect them. Any possible angle from Heaven. Willie trying to get a shot there using that Stinger. Not the best gun at this angle. But he's trying to make it work. He gets a shot there onto Squammy, and Ige actually gets one onto him with a shock dart. Savvy, now it's all on you. It's a 1v2. He's got the Stinger. He's getting the heals. He gets the shot there onto Ige. It's a 1v1 now between our two duelists. Who is gonna win? Slowly, the Jet approaches, peeking through the side of this smoke, and Savvy is gonna get that kill. It's gonna be a clutch here for Virtus Arcus.
That is what the Reina is all about. And just get the coronation on. Savvy will be able to get those kills and win that one out. From the Stinger to the Vandal, the upgrades are there, and there is just no stopping this guy during this round. It was an intense 1v1 because you have the Jet on the other side, and it has been his game so far. But no, Flacco cannot stand against Savvy there at 3k to take that point for Virtus Arcus. And now we are so very close in this half, 5-4 with LG Esports a bit barely with that lead.
Yeah, we see the shift of the op thrown to Savvy, saying, Savvy, dude, you're on a roll. I think you should hold this one. I think you should hold this one here on C long. And now we'll see what the approach is going to be. Smoke comes through, and two members actually are stacking up here on C long. Savvy fires a shot, so they know the op is actually here. Question is, what will the approach be? Savvy gets a kill there onto Reichs. And I think the Hunter's Fury actually comes through there for LG Esports. However, they are a man down. He's able to land a shot there onto Savvy, who's now down 44 HP left.
One kill though for Savvy, who can really top up there. And for Virtus Arcus, they're really holding on to C sites so very well. LG Esports losing one already. No smokes available for them because their Omen is dead. And that's a big one because they have to deal with whatever the operator has. Sure, you can count the Cloudburst. Sure, you can count the Cypher Cage there. But it's so very different to have that more stable dark cover that can really help you out in a situation like this. Virtus Arcus now, this hold has been so instrumental for them on the C side. It's been so very... What can I say? It's just been such a stonewall defense indeed from them, and now it has to be LG Esports going somewhere else. They move over to B site right now. Blade Storm is popped up in the air, but Flacco going to be putting it down as Susage has to wait it out and has to deal with everyone peeking him as Typhoid. Full patch of Flacco. Willie with 2, Ige with 1 there. Typhoid though with the cleanup, and the double incel will just get the double up onto everyone else.
Oh man, Virtus Arcus putting their foot down and really cleaning up here in the past 2 rounds. I feel like they finally found their stride with this team composition and just generally moving around this map. Now they've got 3 ultimates up. That's the Hunter's Fury, Neural Theft, and Savvy holding on to that Empress. Let's see what he can do with it. But we can see Savvy and Willie slowly catching up to Flacco there on the frags.
Yeah, Flacco gonna be trying to do even more coming into this next round. In the meantime, as you mentioned, Savvy, Willie with 10 kills apiece, and look at that. 5-5 right now after everything is said and done. What an intense half though. From the first round to the second, the steals have been so good from these two teams. The clutches have been there from the duelists, and now it is going to be time for Virtus Arcus to try and take this lead away from LG Esports. Grosso already cashing out Rafi BE. That's going to be already him going on down. Hunter's Fury from Typhoid as well does get a tag onto the Sova on the other side, but that's going to be that for that ultimate.
Now let's see how LG Esports respond. Their entry fragger there, the flasher is down, and the bomb here being carried by our Omen still has the paranoia up actually, so they can still use that once they do decide to commit onto a site. But we can see Virtus Arcus are pretty much spread out, just gonna try and track the movements here of the attacking side. Looking at the ultimates, of course, still up here too on the defender side, and the Neural Theft is up to give them some information in case they get a pick.
Yeah, the picks are going to be instrumental here for LG Esports. It's not the worst situation in the world because when you're down a man on the attack, it's like, okay, sure, we can still go for the quad push. We can still go for the overrun onto a side. But right now, Grosso unable to get the off shot to connect. This is another B take here for LG Esports. Savvy, though, trying to keep an eye out on the high ground just in case we do see our Jet hop up top there. But Rice now with a kill onto Willie instead. Flacco playing and dies the smokes. And surprise, surprise, Hyper gonna get taken down. Grosso, though, is still waiting it out. And it's now 2v2 as Savvy and Rice get killed.
Oh man, but the attackers here, their HP is so low right now, so they're gonna have to be really careful. Slowly, defenders are approaching. Grosso gets the pick there onto Rikes with the 3 kills. He actually cleans up with the 4 kills on that op, and is looking like taking this top fragger spot right now.
This operator is just basically a beacon of hope here for Virtus Arcus. They made it work with the Reyna. They make it work with the Jets. And Grosso getting a 4K to hold on to B-side was so good. We saw so many times that he just had the angle from the links there. And that is just Grosso getting all of these shots to connect. The peaks there from LG Esports a little too slow. They're not respecting the operator and they die because of it. And now they have to force buy in the very last round of their attack.
Yeah, and you know, like we mentioned earlier in this series, LG Esports did also struggle against another Jet Opper during the semifinals, so they're going to have to respect the potential here. And I mean, you know, for Virtus Arcus, it's always great to have a player like Grosso who can play the breach, but can also just shift over to the Jet with the op and get the frags anyway, you know, giving them that flexibility in terms of strategies and the kinds of agents that we can lock in. But here comes the attack from LG Esports, approaching from both Silong and Garage. Rafik B gets the initial kill there, but he's taken up by Susage, who gets 2 kills actually. Now it's a 3v3. Ige pushing in slowly with the rest of his team. 1 ult on each side, and the plant goes down.
Empress though is popping. Here we go again. Can Savvy play it clutch? But it's still a 3v3 situation, so there's a lot of work cut out for both sides. Neural Theft though in the play. Willie seeing the Omen, and that is just going to be Rikes playing with fire and getting burnt to a crisp because of that. He already got spotted by a Neural Theft, but he still goes for the smokes, and there you have it. Virtus Arcus with another good C-hold from Sused, taking that back platform angle to all these takedowns. In response, Virtus Arcus making this new count and are up by 2 as they go on the attack instead.
Man, our members just doing what they need to do. The Oppers landing the shots, Savvy providing that pressure with the Reyna, and of course the information coming from our Cypher, just really making things clean here for Virtus Arcus. But now we will be switching things up, and again, the question here for Virtus Arcus becomes, can you improve your performance in this half compared to the previous game? Because we did see that when they were on the attacking side in our previous game, it tended to run out of time. They ran out of time during those last few rounds there, leaving things to around 40 or 30 seconds left.
And this is going to be a big test here for Virtus Arcus. If they cannot execute accordingly on a map that they have the advantage on a map that they know very well, well, it's going to be such bad tidings for them all throughout this series. Will they only be defense favored from the get-go, or can they finally figure it out on the attacking side? This is going to be questions being answered by the DLSU squadron, as Susha is going to be looking to go for a fake on B. This is a mid to A push. You don't see this too often, and they're going to be stacking onto the connector, but Flacco with 1 onto Willie. Grosso now with the refrag. Squammy now all alone, holding on to the short angle. And dueling there is Squammy. He still gets the 1-up against Savvy there. Typhoid now gonna be getting the sandwich in response, but it's a 3v3 as LG Esports looking to rotate accordingly.
All right, now let's see if Virtus Arcus can follow through with the aggression we just saw from them, pushing through B and then onto A site. Rapid B, though, getting behind Typhoid here and landing himself a kill. Now it's going to be a 2v3. Grosso waiting here on A long as the rest of the members of LG Esports slowly take over this site. Diffuse coming through. Grosso lands a shot, but the Diffuse is still going through. Can he stop him? Trying to fire the shots here, but the defenders actually winning this one. They're able to follow through with a couple of frags toward the end, but in the end, that round goes over to LG Esports.
Okay, 9,000 IQ play there for Grosso. He hops up the box, right? And he sees the hot hands get thrown. It's a very, very easy projectile to read. And he has an idea that the Phoenix is there, goes for the tap, gets the headshot. Well done. But that hot hands perfectly placed to just get in the way of the straight shot onto the spike. So we have that 9,000 IQ play. It's over 9,000 for the next one. And it's just these two teams showing their IQ in this game. For now, though, Virtus Arcus going to be losing out that pistol as LG Esports gets an answer to their very sudden mid to A push. For now, Rapid B suddenly pushing through the double doors. 1 HP for Grosso, scramming though with the kill onto Typhoid. And with LG having the advantage, it wouldn't be surprised. Oh, that shock dart bounces back off the Ige! But that's Grosso going on down. Ige, though, be careful with electricity. It might shock you.
It was for the shock factor, just confusing him, giving him a little bit of that edge there in that little exchange in Garage. But now we're seeing a 3v5. Of course, the advantage going over to the defender side. We see them spread out, but Virtus Arcus are slowly moving through sewers and onto A site here. Let's see, the smokes do go through there. Onto Heaven, Cyber Cage activated. Squammy gets a kill there with that Stinger, but he's taken out immediately by Susage. Follow up there from Willie. Flacco falls, and it's a 2v3.
I just gotta give it to Susage real quick. This guy is a pistol god. No matter what he uses, he is still able to get those eagle kills here and there. Virtus Arcus now able to get a Spectre in the hands of Willie as well. Reichs, though, ready with that Stinger. Plant, though, situated onto the A side. And for Rapid B, it's all about the drop around right now. Curveball into play. Looks on around, sees the open, goes for the kill. But in behind, he gets the kill. Survival of the fittest. And Rapid B getting the cardio on. LG Esports gonna be able to tie it up, and they're 1 away from the run it back as well.
Nice clean retake there coming from LG Esports, just coordinating, with their utility. We see Reichs, he waits here, waits for the signal, shot caller goes in, the flash comes through, and Rapid B just cleans up. He gets a killer onto Susage, followed by Willie, and that's gonna tie things up now between our two teams.
A lot of antics in that round. Rapid B dropping down and still survives against 2. We saw a shock dart come back. We saw 1 HP on the jet. These are the things that can happen in the University Alliance Cup, and we love it. Best of 5 action. LG Esports and Virtus Arcus all tied up. Guns finally being bought here by the attacking side, and we'll see what LaSalle can do here.
Yeah, LG Esports, not really with the full buys here. A couple of Spectres, but some people going to be using their pistols. See what they can do with their arsenal. But the movement so far, no committing just yet. The spike is actually here with the Omen near C long, while the members of Virtus Arcus slowly push up onto sewers here near A.
There we have it. Oh, Rapid can do it again. Punished this time. Willie holding on, gets that kill. Flex looking for the refrag, but they're not seeing the Cypher so far. And the Cypher Cage is a trap that is going to be sprung there by Willie to get to. Savvy also on the board. Openings now made by Virtus Arcus. And this is such a tough task for LG Esports. Can Ige actually make the Spectre count? He's looking pretty shiny there with that gun. Question is, though, will he be able to see Savvy inside? Oh my god, he flicks to the right as soon as Ige peeks. And now it's 3v2. There's a vandal in the hands of the Soba. Goes to the brawl. Grosso drops down. And Susage planting that spike on the other side.
Oh man, LG Esports 2v3 right now. Can Squammy and Ige actually do this? Not much utility left on either side. Recon Bolt also used. Shock darts thrown out. Not hitting anyone though. Now they're going to try and go for the diffuse. Grosso though punishing Squammy. Wasn't able to peek on that angle. Now Ige takes him out. 1v2 and so little HP left. He's only on 16 and even spotted by that Recon Bolt. Goes for the fake diffuse, but that is going to be a win going to Virtus Arcus.
highly unlikely situation there for LG Esports to win that out. Perfect post-plant situation there for Virtus Arcus. They're positioned by the window, by the side, so very effective. And even if they lost one shock dart could have been the clutch there. Typhoid though, man, this guy, he is almost at that triple-double here, Nausicaa. And with 10 assists, he's actually a really big deal. He's allowing the likes of Grosso, Willie, Savvy, and Susich to get those takedowns with those darts. And it's such a big help here for Virtus Arcus to really play to their icon, to play that archer, and play it really well to help them out.
Yeah, of course, the heroes aren't always the top fraggers in Valorant. Of course, there's always that intel and space that you provide for your team. Let's take a look, though, at what approach Virtus Arcus is going to go for here. 2 ultimates on their side, and slowly walking up here onto B side. The flash, though, comes through from Rafik B, and he gets one, but is taken out there by Willie. Now the question is, which side are they going to commit to as Grosso gets another, pushing up here onto window, throws down the smoke. Let's see what approach they go for.
Squammy playing in the middle right now, has the stinger in hand. Grosso with a kill onto Ige, and now it is going to be Rykes all alone. Did he actually disconnect? Did he get a timeout from his mom there? Question is, though, he is stuck in the corner right now. And for Virtus Arcus, they see Rykes, they see that he's just not there, and they will take an easier win in that round. 9-7. We are going to be getting a match here, ladies and gentlemen. Can Virtus Arcus, though, finish strong and get game number 2, or will LG Esports be able to get the comeback yet again? Question's gonna be answered soon as Rykes looking to reconnect. But for now, it's gonna be a show between the Jets. Grosso with 17, Flacco with 16, and we'll see what else can they do on a map like this.
Yeah, great to see on Virtus Arcus side that these 3 players right now showing up. Actually, not just these 3 players, but really the whole team has been, I think, more consistent in this game right here. Game 2 in our best of 5. Now the question is going to be just if they can hold on all the way until the 13th round. But compared to our game 1, at least, looks like they're much more confident in terms of working together on this attacking side.
They're getting the picks, they're getting the kills, and they're moving on in with utter confidence, as you mentioned. It's not as hesitant from what we saw on Bind. They're looking very, very comfortable in what they want to do. But the question right now is, how will LG Esports respond? The big factor has to be what kind of guns LG Esports will whip out this time. Can they go for their own operator? Can they stay on with the rifles? How will Virtus Arcus be able to manhandle LG Esports even more? Because this is a good start already for them in this half. They lost the first 2 rounds, sure, because that's a pistol and that's a second, basically a bonus round there for LG Esports. Besides that, as soon as the guns came flying in for Virtus Arcus, as soon as they got their full arsenals and kits ready to go, they were just winning all throughout.
Yeah, I mean, just looking, at the long run, if Virtus Arcus are actually able to win this game too, that's going to be great, just in terms of, the mental state of all the players in the game. Again, this is a best of 5, so if they win this, they tie things up, clean slate, and it becomes a best of 3, actually, to try and see who is going to win, that next half of this series. But if LG Esports turn this around, considering how well Virtus Arcus has been playing in this game, that's really going to be a big blow, I think, to the confidence of the team. And so it's really going to be all about endurance. Because again, if LG Esports win this, it's 2-0, and it's going to be only 1 win left before LG Esports are able to secure their spot at the PvP Esports Campus Championship. So this is a pretty big game right now in terms of really boosting the morale of the team.
That's interesting. You say that if they are all tied up 1-1, it becomes a best of 3. If they are tied up 2-2, it becomes a best of 1. My mind getting blown by these formats being changed on the round. But the fact of the matter here is we are going to be in for the long haul here, ladies and gentlemen. Virtus Arcus and LG Esports, these 2 teams have always been rivals within the collegiate scene. It's been ridiculous how far these 2 teams can actually push each other. And for now, well, welcome back to us. We're going to be looking to get Rykes back on the board. But LG Esports, they're up by 1 right now. And we have gotten Bind. This is the first map. And now it is Haven. We still got Split. We still got a set. I'm not so sure if we're going to get Icebox or not. But I just want to save it. Be like, oh, are we getting it? Are we getting Icebox? Are we getting Sky? Who knows what kind of factors we're going to get here. But this is the grand finals. This is where it really all boils down to. There's only 1 slot to represent the PH flag. And it's going to go to either LG Esports or Virtus Arcus after everything is said and done.
Yeah, I mean, this series, it's really going to be a test of which is the better team, especially in esports. One of the biggest factors to really a team succeeding is their ability to adapt, because these 2 teams, they've been in separate groups. I believe we had DLSU on Group B Of course, while Ateneo was on Group A, and they haven't seen each other the entire time. They haven't faced each other up until this point. All they have basically as a reference for play are the VODs we've had from the previous games. But like we all know, when it comes to sports, when it comes to esports, no matter how much you review a team's VODs, no matter how many notes you take, things don't always pan out, as you've written them on the whiteboard or on your notes. Fighting them in an actual game is always going to feel different. And so, in a best of 5 series, when you're facing a team for the first time, especially in the finals where there's so much pressure, you really look to which team can adapt best, to their own strengths and also to the weaknesses of the opposing team. So that's going to be interesting to see how these two teams adjust to each other as this series pans out.
Well, right now adjustments do have to be made here by LG Esports. They have Reich's back. They are going to have the guns, and there you go. Flacco whipping out the operator. It's a big game changer here and now here for LG Esports. They're the ones who's going to unleash the sniper rifle here first and foremost in this half. And they're the Sarkas. They have to be wary of what's to come. What can they do against this? Of course, smoke steer from Susage can really be so helpful in many, many situations. From the shadows to that intel as well. But now it's time to get into the game again. We are back with game number 2 on Haven between LG Esports and Virtus Arcus, and Rapid Peak holding close by the Cubby, using the operator shots for cover so far, and this might be a surprise to whoever peeks from C.
Oh man, they hear that shot with the op, and Virtus Arcus are like, nope, we're not gonna go through there. Just gonna go on and rotate. The bomb is still quite close to C long, but we're seeing an approach here possibly toward Garage. The drone coming through just to clear things up. Ige is gonna get spotted out and tagged, I think, or barely missing there. But let's see where Virtus Arcus decide to commit.
Yeah, we'll find out as commitments do need to be made here by Virtus Arcus, and there you go. This was their problem a while ago on Bind, but now they have still time on their side. Rafit B, though, holding close again. This Cubby has been his spot. He said, I'm going to put my phone here because to reserve this spot, and now this is our Phoenix coming closer and closer. He's the bow and arrow draw, gets that takedown. The Omen, though, in behind. Susage will say, okay, thanks for going there. You're not going to see me. Easy takedown for the Omen, 4v4 right now, as Flacco will still try to hold C, and Virtus Arcus looking to get on the way instead.
All right, 30 seconds though now, and let's see where the bomb is going to go. It's in the hands of Susage as they slowly move over, possibly to A. Not really sure just yet, but right now the members of LG Esports are still quite spread out. 2 members now on A, 2 members on C. They can easily rotate over to B, but the smokes, they've been thrown out. 10 seconds to go, and last minute plant here from Virtus Arcus.
All right, he's not moving. He's not moving here, Nausicaa. He was such a big component on that B-side defense. If he only peeked, we would see LG Esports try to stall the same way we saw them on map number 1. But the fact of the matter here is it's Virtus Arcus getting that spike down, getting set up on the other side. The window is their friend, but even with the kill on the crosser, there's the Cloudburst, and LG Esports, they're sticking into the sun, don't shine. They're trying to make it happen, and that is gonna be that. LG Esports will take that round away, will still get the kills, and it doesn't matter if their teammate PCs or not, because they get so many X's as well.
Oh man, clean retake there from LG Esports. Of course, we're going to have to go for a pause once again just to make sure that our players are all set and ready to play this round out. But looking at the score, 9-8. This is a really, really close game, approaching the double digits there on the score. And clearly, like I mentioned earlier, this is a really important game. LG Esports, they win this, it's 1 game away from winning the finals. If Virtus Arcus win this, they get a chance to reset things, even things out, and maybe get 2 more wins to get that finals on their belt. But we'll have to see if they can actually do that. But, just looking at this game and comparing it to game 1, we're seeing, I don't know if it was the change of map, maybe it was also the shift in agents, because we're seeing Grosso now, for example, on Jet instead of Breach. Maybe this is a more comfortable setup for them, but just really liking this different kind of approach. I think, Virtus Arcus is a bit more confident. We did see a bit of a run out of time plant there in the previous round, but in general, I think this has been cleaner play from them so far.
It has been cleaner. They're feeling more comfy but it's still a test to them for the next rounds. They lost at that round, even though they had one DC on to the other side. So in a situation like that, Virtus Arcus, they just need that confidence on the attack. They need to make these pushes happen, and it's gonna be easier for them because they have that Sova. Recon darts will tell you who's there wherever they plant that bow and arrow down. It's gonna be instrumental to allow these pushes to be a lot quicker and cleaner here from Virtus Arcus. But for LG Esports, this DC is also a big deal breaker from them. If this was their attack, it could have been okay. 4v5 Haven attack still doable because the defense is split through A, through B, through C. But now you have to split up 4 people to 3 sites. And that is a harder task to do compared to anything else. For LG Esports, this is going to be a big deal breaker no matter what if Rykes cannot reconnect. Not only has he been so very helpful with the smokes, with the paranoias, and all of those peaks at the right times, but also, especially on this map, is the worst freaking situation. So we'll see if LG Esports can get their member back, or will Virtus Arcus be able to run away with it? And the question now for Virtus Arcus is, can they play the offense properly as was promised?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a factor to consider as we progress, through this game, especially considering they won the first. Maybe that gives them a bit of room. But of course, at this point in the tournament, there's really no point in being complacent. Any team, that shows any kind of hesitation or complacency is bound to fall and regret, being in that kind of state of mind. But we will be just waiting to see if our members are ready. Looking at the economy, we got an op on each side, actually. One on Grosso and one on Flacco. So that's going to be our Jet Oppers, ready to set things up in this next round. Meanwhile, of course, everyone's sporting the rifles. And Willie has actually taken that top spot there on the frags next to Grosso, just really performing well. Not just this game, but even in the previous game, when we had those clutch moments, he was someone you could count on, to try and win things out for the team, even when things look bad.
Yeah, we'll find out as we are going to be getting back into the action. Who can actually get this operator duel to work out for them? Grosso whipping it out. Flacco going to have it. And now it's time to do it again. A tango, a dance between the 2 jets with the operators. It's going to be a lot of movements as soon as the first shots do whiff. Question is, though, can Grosso get one? Barely sees the Phoenix there. Unable to get the shot on. Here comes the peek through the double doors. Doesn't see anything. And Virtus Arcus playing for picks again as soon as he gets sniper, but no, Grosso unable to get that shot, and already we see Rapid B backing on away.
Oh, Grosso trying to get that pixel perfect shot there on the window, but unfortunately he does miss. See though, a couple of shots being fired here by Savvy, trying to pressure our Cypher here on A's site. But he isn't going to fall for that one just yet, just going to be patiently waiting. Meanwhile, the bomb from Virtus Arcus just here on site. Grosso going to get a pick there onto Flacco, and that's the upper down. Now it's going to be a 4v5. And only 4 members left on the defenders here.
Huge pickup here from Virtus Arcus. Goodbye to the operator on that jet. And they're running back right now to try and even up the odds, but it's not going to work out whatsoever for Rapid B. And Willie will spot him out immediately. That marking, that graffiti on the floor, that's not just some art. That's Phoenix going back there. And this is what we were talking about. They're getting the punishes this time onto Rapid B. They're catching out the spots that he wants to really go on.
30 seconds left.
Gets one more 5v2, make it 5v1. Willie now making it clean after the 3K. And Virtus Arcus proving to us they can play the attack very well.
And just like I said, Willie, this is a guy that you can count on in this series. He's been really good in game 1, and now he's showing he can take that top frag spot this game 2, even when he's not on a duelist. Our Cypher doing really well so far. So 10-8 on the score, and Virtus Arcus are in the lead. This is a really good position for them. First one to reach 10 or double digit on the score, and 3 rounds away from securing our game 2.
It's just great to see some of the best collegiate players really duking it out in this best of 5. But Virtus Arcus trying to seal the deal here, trying to get even more points to get to that match point situation for this map. But Savvy now catching out Flacco. Here comes Rapid B and Scrammy getting on the board as well. And LG Esports changing up the pace. They're the ones who had the aggression. They're the ones who ran on in. And they're going to be the ones to have the advantage so far. But Susage holding on to the mid doors, trying to keep an eye out. Grosso also peeking from the other side. This crossfire might really hurt Rapid B here.
Nice change of pace there from the defenders, but Willie able to get one. Susage gonna fall though to Rykes, and now it's gonna be a 2v3. Each of the Cyphers on the team are still up. Neural Theft is up as well here for LG Esports, and now it's gonna be up to our Cypher and our Jet, our 2 top fraggers actually on this team to try and make things work out. You see them rotating now see if they can commit to a plant on A side.
Now time to go over to the right side. A side might be the place to be. Willie, though, gonna be spotting one, breaking that tripwire, and Squammy ready with a neural tip, but there's no corpses to use whatsoever so far. Everything expired, everything on the other side of the map, so
30
it's up to
seconds
LG
left.
Esports to go in blind and figure out what's gonna be going here on A. But Cypher Case right now looking to go for the plant onto the corner. You don't see this plant too often, but it does expose a few angles here and there, and it does prevent you from getting pelleted by the default shock darts if ever. Squammy right now gonna be pushing on forward though. A long defense. It really is Verdes Arcus trying to go for the double up on a single angle. It's Grosso though with the shot onto Squammy. Here comes Willie also on the board, and Verdes Arcus understanding how to play this map. The angles are so very good here for LaSalle, and can they catch out Iga here and now? Bladestorm as well as a rifle versus the Vandal here and now. There's the double peek, and Willie will get the 3K to allow Verdes Arcus a 3-round buffer.
Oh my goodness, Willie on a roll and slowly approaching the end of this game. LG Esports gonna have to mix things up. We saw them do it actually at the start of that round, pushing forward, and taking out a couple of attackers early. But in the end, Grosso and Willie able to just endure and really win that one out for their team. Looking at the frag so far, Squammy not doing so hot this game, although he is able to provide some information for his team. Flacco, of course, he's still someone we can rely on. The up is on him. Let's see if he can make good use of that in this round.
He is going to be going for the aggression, peeking from the sewers, and this might be a surprise, but the Aldron will say hello, and Flacco has to back all the way instead. This is going to be Savvy playing out, and he is just going to be going on down. Turn your back on the operator, and your back will be absolutely broken, shattered to the floor. Good kill there from LG Esports. They make it a lot easier because that Reyna has been running rampant so far, but while this is all happening, Verdes Arcus is looking to play the grass area instead in the middle of the map.
Oh, Flacco's mad. Flacco's saying you can't just be doing that this game, and now he's going to be showing his own, of course, skill on that op. Now let's see what the approach will be here. Slowly going to try and peek, jumps through there on B side, while Grosso nearly spots him out. See the battle of the operas right now on B side.
Battle of the Ops, indeed. These Jets still gonna be going at each other again. Flacco right now, though, keeping an eye out from the left side, and he wants to peek into whoever hugs that wall. But speaking of the peek, he gets away in time. Grosso unable to get the scope and end the shot in time there. Flacco right now rotating accordingly, but this duel is coming to
30 seconds
a
left.
header. It's gonna be the crescendo falling for both of the Jets, while there's Garage take here from Verdes Arcus. Family though gonna go down, and this might be the starting point here for Grosso to actually go for the initiation instead. Neural Theft though, in play. Flacco gonna catch out Grosso there, and the anticipation killing not only Verdes Arcus, but
10
also
seconds left.
that Jet there. But Verdes Arcus at least
Spike
getting the
planted.
spike down. We are gonna go for post flash, but right in behind, he's back with a vengeance, and he's gonna make this 4v2. And Willie now gonna be able to get the even up a bit more, 3v2 in this situation, but he is still on the board, and this is just LG Esports looking for the cleanup against the Cypher.
Oh man, Willie trying to do what he can. He gets one actually. It's a 1v2, but the defuse is most probably going to go through. And Willie trying his hardest, but that round is going to go over to LG Esports. Slowly trying to crawl back and tie things up. 9-11 on the score so far.
Get it again. Verdes Arcus running out of time. Well, sure, they got that spike down. They lost out the duel with the operators there in the middle, and they lost out the members along the way. Good try from Willie, and he has just been bragging out 25 kills on this Cypher. Can really see he's just been absolutely shining here, looking very positively rated for the side of Verdes Arcus. But Verdes Arcus is still up by 2. They need 2 more to win a map in this best of 5. Will we see LG Esports actually try to steal this one away, or can LaSalle actually go ham, especially with this Empress online?
A bit of information there for LG Esports, that Recon Bolt. Spotting a couple on C long. Now let's see what kind of approach they're going to go for. In that previous round, things started with Flacco picking out Savvy with that op, but this time around, no one is going to be carrying an operator. So we'll see how their strategy changes here. Slowly approaching B. Savvy pushing up towards B site now, and 2 ultimates on their side. Let's see if the Empress goes through.
I'll see if he's gonna pop it. It's a raid boss mode that can really amplify your abilities. And for now, it's gonna be Savvy trying to keep an eye out, looking to prime that Leer. On the other side of that, ready with some curveballs here and there, Vemper. But Flacco now gonna get paranoid, but Rapid P holding close to get that kill. Here comes the curveball right now. I can push those family instead. Back got Willie Susage down with a refrag, and the high ground gonna get spotted, but Flacco doesn't care. Savvy gonna go down to 4 now. Virtus Arcus walking into whatever LG Esports has really set up on. And this is the attack running out of options so far because that spike is
30 seconds
isolated. Gonna be forced to slowly move on away as Susage will bring it home and bring it to the window area instead.
Yeah, let's see where they decide to commit. Right now, they're not so sure. It's a couple of seconds left, though. Once again, they have two opponents here. It's the clock and also LG Esports headshot there by Rapid B. Now it's only one left. I don't think there's much time. Flacco gets the next one to clean things up and very close to tying things up right now for LG Esports.
Did LG Esports get a lighter so far because Rapid P has finally got him his mojo back. He's climbing the charts. He's getting to that third spot on the scoreboard, and he's tied up with Ega with those kills. When you have both Flacco and Rapid P popping off, then LG Esports, their life is a lot easier than it should. For this Arcus, though, they really walked into that one again. And when you're on the attack, you have so many options. Susage could have actually backed up a lot earlier. They didn't need to force that B side out, but in the end, it's LG Esports proving that they can force out that win if their cards are really on the line and they are going to be able to match it up.
Let's see, though, Flacco once again going for that aggressive defense there. Going for the op and peeking through sewers there on A. But no one seems like they're going to be rotating there. Bomb is close to C long and seems like a push through Garage. Hunter's Fury comes through. I believe it hit one member, but that's not going to be any kills or picks right now. Grosso gets one, though, onto Reichs, and that's going to be one man down for the defense. Could be the signal right now for Virtus Arcus to commit here onto C. The bomb slowly moving.
There we go. Virtus Arcus getting the entries that they need. And if this is what the offense has been looking for so far, then this is going to be looking very good here for Virtus Arcus. They've been playing for those picks, and they've been playing for it. When it does happen, it's a big advantage here for LaSalle, and they're going to be putting this one down, and C-side is theirs for the taking. Aggression, though, on this defense. Aggression on the post plant, and Savvy crashing out. Squammy there had an idea that he was just waiting by the door, and there's no way to really lock it down because that Reina is keeping an eye out. LG Esports saying enough is enough. Let's go for the save. We need these guns for the next round, and Virtus Arcus on the hunt instead.
Oh man, Virtus Arcus looking to close this out and tie things up on the score. Like you said, they're going to be hunting for their kills here. Only two members left from LG Esports. Flacco getting one with the op, although Willie is going to take him out. That is going to be an op miss possibly for the next round. Rapid B getting one, though, onto Willie. Going to put out that flash. Let's see if he picks up the op. Yes, he does. Almost taken down there before the round ends. And now we are at match point for Virtus Arcus.
Virtus Arcus looking to be blessed by Artemis there, but some blood sacrifices had to be made. They tried to go after that operator, but with one still surviving, with one still standing, they got the op back anyway there for the side of LG Esports. Here we are, though. Match point now for Virtus Arcus. For LG, they need to get these next two rounds to force that overtime. One more point, though, for Virtus Arcus, and they are good to go to tie up this match. Best of 5, map number 2 will be still 1-1-4 life. Looks like, though, the Empress gonna get popped, and here comes aggression from Savvy. He's trying to punish that Cypher for being too eager for those kills, and the Bunny has to get on the way just to survive. Virtus Arcus knocking on the doorstep of A-side, and LG Esports, they're playing it smart and looking to run out the duration of that Empress head.
There's a total commitment right now from Virtus Arcus here onto A side. The question is, can they get it? Savvy taking out Flacco. That's one duelist down and one of the top fraggers of the team. Hunter's Fury is going to come through, and Ige actually getting there. One onto Susage, one onto Savvy. The sniper taking out a couple of members here, and now it's going to be a 3v4. Can Virtus Arcus secure this one? The spike is down. There's the pick coming through from Grosso to even things out. It's a really close round right now.
Great shot there from Grosso, and here we go. 3v3 situation. There we go, though, with the blaze. And LG Esports, they have to deal with the push, and Rapid B will catch that Grosso there. Here we go, ball getting broken down. Now time on the board. 1v2 situation. Eurotef to get in the way. And this is just Ige having to push on forward. Is LG Esports gonna have time? No, they are not. And Virtus Arcus will be able to tie it up here and now. 13-10 on Haven to make this an absolute match, and I wouldn't have it any other way. The Archers, they bring out the Sova, and what do you know? They win a game.
What a thematic ending there for Virtus Arcus to tie things up 1-1 in our best of 5 here at the finals of University Alliance Cup. It was such an intense game, and it's great to see, this kind of form from Virtus Arcus. We see them kind of mix things up. It's a different map this time. Also, a couple of different agents, on their lineup. And so I'm interested to see if they're going to make any adjustments, try to continue to maybe confuse LG Esports as we move forward in the series.
Now, for LG Esports, this time they didn't have the right answers. They didn't get that leakage there. They did not find the angles that they needed to take. There were some good ideas to try and run down the clock, try to run away from the ultimates, but the eagerness there from LG hurting them in the long run. In the meantime, Virtus Arcus, it's honestly a simple answer for them that they've realized so far. Just rush. Just go for it. When they hesitate, that's the problem for them. They're standstill gaming. They're more neutral offense. Doesn't really pan out too well. We see them losing the duels. We see them getting lost from the operator fights. And when they get slowed down there by LG Esports, that's the problem for Virtus Arcus. But when they just go ham, when they just go in, and they're just a completely steamrolly team. We see the greatness from all the duels, especially from that round. Everyone putting up a fight and more. But now we are going to be seeing a fight here in Nausicaa. It's been incredible so far. And that was game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. For now, though, I believe we'll be taking another quick break before we get into game number 3. Stay tuned and stick around. This is the University Alliance Cup Grand Finals.
Dear Mother, light of the home.
Dad.
Hey, baby!
Greetings, Professor Rodolfo.
May I be absolved
From
Mac Club tomorrow.
May Globe Virtual Hangouts kasi.
Go and hang out from wherever you are. Just open the Globe One app, choose an event, and click join.
We watch concerts online!
dance together.
We can do quiz nights.
Yo, let's go! If you allow me,
I promise.
To make it up to you.
And repay your kindness tenfold. Truly, your favorite child.
I love you, Dad.
please, babe.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy your fave events with low prepaid virtual hangouts. All together now. Yes!
Try to say the way that I'm feeling. I got the utmost West Coast, that kind of feeling. I always wanna feel this way inside. If you want it, you got it. This feeling, I'm on it. Break a habit, cause I want it. But what else am I supposed to do? I always wanna feel this way with you. Put your money on me, yeah. Cause I feel magic tonight. Put your money on me, yeah. I can feel it, you want it, put something on it. Put your money on me, yeah. Cause I feel magic tonight. Put your money on me, yeah. I can feel it, you want it, put something on it. All this time I've been chasing a feeling. I fight a war all night whilst I stare at the ceiling, and I never stop to take a look outside. If you want it, you got it. This feeling, I'm on it. Break a habit, cause I want it. But what else am I supposed to do? I always wanna feel this way with you. Put your money on me, yeah. can feel it, you want it, put something on it, put your money on me. Yeah. 'Cause I feel magic tonight, put your money on me. Yeah. I can feel it, you want it, put something on it. If you want it, you got it. This feeling, I'm on it. Break a habit, 'cause I want it. But what else am I supposed to do? I always wanna feel this way with you. Put your money on me, yeah. 'Cause I feel magic tonight. Put your money on me, yeah. I can feel it, you want it, put something on it. Put your money on me, yeah. 'Cause I feel magic tonight. Put your money on me, yeah. I can feel it, you want it, put something on it.
And it's funny how you think you know me. When it's song out, I know I ain't gonna hear from you in weeks. And I bet you never thought you would have heard those songs with me as the lead. Man, it's funny how you think. And you did it for paper, but you never made sense. Always asked for favors, had daddy pay your rent. We were thinking about making this last. I always saw how you react. You never really knew for a fact. Maybe should've told me that, yeah. And I'm going up like my last name. Had a double up stock, make a dash and get in the fast lane. I'm about to step someone on me back. Man, you wish that I put you on blast. You want a shot with the gun and loaded. Backfire and you just might crash. And funny 'cause you say you know me. And how you really be, you show me. Always telling how it is, never bleeding to the fit. All the time you take, you on me. And your best friend say you want it.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and here we are into the AcadArena University Alliance Cup battle powered by Globe and Twitch TuneIt. It's the grand finals between LG Esports and Virtus Arcus, and we all know that they are fighting for that one coveted slot to represent the Philippines in the PvP Esports Campus Championships this December.
All right, now we're going to be entering our third game. We just had a really intense second game, actually, between our two teams. And this time it is Virtus Arcus winning that second game to tie things up. So it's going to be interesting. You know, like I mentioned earlier, now it's basically a reset, almost a best of three to really level the playing field. And so it's going to be interesting because Virtus Arcus, we saw them make adjustments, you know, in that second game. They had a change of agent lineup. We were also in a different map. And once again, we're going to be in a different map. This time around, it's going to be on Ascent, which is a map, of course, that we've also seen a good number of times so far in this league. Now it's really going to be a question of who can play this map better and who can adapt better as well.
You know, a battle of range, a battle of utilities, and you know, one question I gotta ask it: will it be Willy time again for Virtus Arcus? A while ago there on Haven, he just popped off like crazy, really giving a bit of a rallying call there for Virtus Arcus. And besides that, you know, the rallies we've been seeing from our audiences so far, from our fan bases, we want to see what you picked them, what kind of results have we gotten so far in the grand finals. And there you go, now coming into game 3, LG Esports takes it back here, Nausicaa, 56% to 44. We're really seeing that these teams are getting so much support every single time.
Yeah, you know, I think it's just a matter of alternating. Like one game, you know, one team gets the majority, and in the next one, it's getting the majority. But we're seeing, you know, it's almost as if every time one team looks like they're losing that game or that round, the support really comes through from the schools, you know, to try and rally them back into the whole series, basically. So it's great to see the support come through from our teams. And of course, don't forget that you can support as well. So make sure, you know, that we've got to participate in our virtual hangouts chat rally. So Globe prepaid virtual hangouts will be dropping 750 VP for a fan. So just type hashtag Globe prepaid virtual hangouts and your team of choice. Of course, in this case, it's going to be hashtag DLSU win or hashtag ADMU win. Make sure to have both hashtags in before round 1 ends. We'll pick a winner who cheered for the winning team. So make sure to get a little bit of a Christmas gift for yourself, as we're only a couple of weeks away.
We'll get there. You're gonna be able to get those skins. You're gonna be able to give yourself a good gift, or you can get someone else something along the way. Question is though, who's gonna be able to represent the Philippines into our December tournament? Because now with LG Esports and Virtus Arcus all time tied up, it's gonna be interesting to see who has that momentum. Does Virtus Arcus find a way to get past their sins, past their follies, and be able to work on what they've been building so far in game number 2 to beat LG Esports? In the meantime, can LG Esports get back to the form, get back to getting the right calls at the right times against Virtus Arcus, and take the lead back here? It's 1-1 Nausicaa, so we all know that anything can happen. And when you look at the matchup like this, when you look at the rivalry so far between these two teams, you already know you're going to get some of the best of the collegiate scene here in the University Alliance Cup.
Yeah, these two teams, definitely proving that they deserve this slot right now in the finals to represent the country. It wasn't an easy ride. During the group stages, they actually did have a similar standing, both ending at around 4-1 in each of their respective groups. But again, we keep mentioning they never really faced each other throughout the group stage and throughout the playoffs, really just building up that suspense before they met here at the finals. So it really was just a lot of grinding for them to make it here. We saw them face off against our two other teams in the semifinals, both ending 2-1 as well. So it really isn't the case, of these two teams just kind of dominating the competition to make it here. They did have a couple of mistakes here and there, and our teams did give them a hard time to make it to where they are now. And so I think we're seeing, a couple of those weaknesses, but also the strengths that each of our teams have as we approach the rest of the series.
It's just great to see the University Alliance Cup so very successful, getting such a level of competition unparalleled right now. And it has been impressive to see the semifinals last week, as well as the grand finals right now. 1-1 scoreline though, and LG Esports going to be attacking first here on Ascent. Virtus Arcus going to be defending instead. And it seems like we're going to be getting the Killjoys into play for a map like this. So what do you think about this one, Nausicaa? Killjoy picks for both teams.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see them right now. I mean, looking at the previous picks, at least for the semi, Squammy did use Killjoy twice in the 3 games that they played. And then we're seeing Willie switching over from the comfortable Cypher of the past 2 games. And now he will be switching to Killjoy as well, who he also used actually in the semifinals. So it's going to be a battle of the utility of the Sentinels actually in this game.
Willie is going to be someone I'm going to be watching out for, because he has been incredible to say the least. That game number 2 Thrones on Haven.
It really isn't the rivalry.
Take note, but here we are.
We aren't
LG
even in the same
number
level.
3 instead. It's time to see what they can do on Ascent. It's time to see what LG Esports can do on the Killjoy, because it's Squammy facing up in that matchup. You can always see that Squammy is looking to have the number of Savvy there, attack versus defense. But right now, the one we have to watch out for is this Killjoy defense. Let the duelists be duelists. Let them play against each other. Give them a sandbox. Give them some toys. Give them some guns to shoot each other along the way. But here we go. Virtus Arcus will be defending. Peace side here for Willie to put that turret onto the lane. You don't see this one too often. This just means that for Virtus Arcus, they're going to be anticipating a B push here from LG Esports. And right now, LG playing it slow instead, splitting on up and playing for that mid here.
Yeah, this is the first time we're going to be playing this map today. So I'm curious to see what kind of strategies our teams have ready for this finals. But right now, playing it slow, LG Esports on the attack. You see 2 here just walking slowly towards A through mid, and then a couple through A main as well. Shots being fired. Savvy trying to land some damage here, but he's going to back off with the smoke there.
Yeah, Savvy has to back on the way. Typhoid right now, keeping an eye out on the Cuppy as well. Though gonna be into play. There's the Leer, and
Ooh.
Typhoid will just spam it down to get that takedown onto Aegis. Grammy also on the board right now. LG Esports making it 4v4, and this could be interesting because it's Iga right now playing that Reyna. It's Flacco moving over to the Omen. And what do you think about this? Role swaps here from LG Esports. Will it work in terms of momentum? Because Grosso getting more momentum, getting the overheal with now a full armor set on the pistol.
Yeah, this is an interesting switch up, because when we looked at the previous games, Flacco was really kind of on that top fragger spot, but Willie just cleaning that up, peeking that angle with the frenzy, and showing Squammy that each of you are now going to be carrying that 3k with the frenzy on each side of the teams.
The power of the frenzy is being showcased here, and if you are not a believer by this point in time, well, I got news for you. You can only do it with a pistol like this. Just spam it down, hold it on, and get the kills as quick as can be. Willie with the lineup, Willie with the takedowns, and he's looking to get another stellar performance so far. Sclammy, though, gonna have the spike, getting a kill there alongside Flacco. Besides that, though, for LG Esports, they're just surprised what hit them in that round.
All right, let's see. The bomb is waiting here, right outside of B, and no rush here from LG Esports since they did lose that previous round. It's gonna look to maybe get a couple of picks. Again, they are pushing through mid here and possibly gonna approach Market. Susage gonna TP, skip the vision there. The Nano Swarm does come through, but again, no one making contact just yet.
Seems like first contact gonna be available very soon, though. I'd like to initiate this one. Preach here for LG Esports as well. They're trying to go for full utility right now. Single duelist on that Phoenix, so it's up the setup rather than the takedowns immediately. Usage waiting there in the market, and it seems like it's gonna be a 2-for-1 deal that Susage will partake of. Flacco gonna get that kill in response. Gives the gun here for LG Esports, but Typhoid right now using the burst fire to a good degree. Rapid Beat doesn't get caught. Really holding on to teammate. Here comes Grosso as well. And Virtus Arcus, they get the setup, they get the knockdown, and they are up by 2, keeping momentum in their favor.
All right, ideal situation for them, carrying over that win from the first into the second round. But of course, here we go. Round 3, full buys all across the board for LG Esports. You got a half shield, though, from Rykes, of course, since he does have to spend a lot on that utility for the team. You know, you're mentioning earlier, we did have a switch up from LG Esports in terms of their agent lineup. Flacco is no longer on that jet. It's now going to be Ige switching to the Reyna and Flacco taking that sort of utility spot for the team.
There we go. Dart gonna get thrown on over. Squammy has the back on away. LG Esports moving on around to play that courtyard so far. But that spike gonna get spotted and all that. Perhaps here by Virtus Arcus. That's gonna be the outro though. Looking on around. Surprised by Savvy there. And for Virtus Arcus, they want to keep this pace at a maximum. Fast plays here from LaSalle. They will now back on away with one. But look at this. It's Savvy flanking on, has a Phantom in hand, and he might see the breach as soon as possible.
Oh man, such an interesting approach right now. They're really pushing their advantage in the map. You know, just looking at the map colors, they have LG Esports surrounded here. Although we do see Savvy trying to secure, rather their LG Esports trying to secure that bomb. Savvy gets one before being taken out there by Flacco.
Flacco gonna be able to get that kill. 3v4 situation now. Virtus Arcus still holding on, and they're really just reeling back on what they've been doing so far. They got the aggression a while ago, and suddenly it was then, okay, let's just disengage. One gonna be going for the lurk. Besides that, that's all good for there. And this is gonna be a situation here for the side of LG Esports to try and push onto A site instead.
30 seconds left.
Let's see, 30 seconds left. And the bomb slowly moving towards A site. The smokes come through. It's only the Killjoy here. I believe that's Squammy just waiting, or rather Willie here waiting. And the shots are fired there by Ige to clear out the site. Now we see Virtus Arcus going for the rotation, but the spike is being planted, so it's going to take a bit of time before they catch up.
Spike now planted, and LG Esports at least getting over to that A site, making it 3v3. Grosso on the high ground. Raptors here for Virtus Arcus, and using that high ground can be a big game changer if they get the angle right. Lear though gonna be able to play, allowing Virtus Arcus to try and push. There's a wall back, go down below. Rapid B still holding on, and Grosso cannot stand up against that firepower. LG Esports just playing the aggression right now on their defense, but with Flacco getting caught by Susage, and Iggy also falling, it's up to the Phoenix right now. Can we see Susage go for it again? No, it's gonna be Typhoid from above, and Virtus Arcus with a 1-2 punch from above, from the side. They will get the gut punch there onto LG Esports and do it there and then.
Oh, great job there from Virtus Arcus. It looked like LG Esports were gonna do something, you know, despite being a man down. A good effort, but in the end, you know, looking at the rounds, it's 3-0. So this is definitely momentum right now for Virtus Arcus on their side. And so far, Willie and Susage have really been performing quite well so far, even with the switch over from Cypher to Killjoy. Susage, of course, on this Omen. Things just looking good overall for the team. Now we got an Omen ult on each side. Let's see, though, with the buys, LG Esports, because of that loss, we're going to have to go for a quadruple stinger setup here as they push up onto A side.
And there we have it. Savvy and be forced to back on away instead. Here we go though with Grosso. Gonna be able to get a kill on the map. Cypher also on the board. And basically for Virtus Arcus, just want to run away with this. LG, of course, they tried to go for a train station approach. They're going to be lining one up like good children and trying to go for that snare rush. But what's happening here is this field trip is not going to work out whatsoever for them. Grammy though with 1, Grosso though with 3 in response. And Virtus Arcus have really gotten their spots, have gotten their stride, and made this a 4-0 dominance so far.
Oh man, we've seen this happen, in series of games where a team looks like they could just keep going and winning, the rounds and the games. But now Virtus Arcus really turning the tides in their favor on this third game. It's going to be a big boost for them. Like we mentioned, the second game was a pretty crucial one because it would really be the start for them to try and win out this series. If they continue to win these rounds, it could really sort of bring down the morale here for LG Esports, who initially had the lead.
LG Esports are trying to go for these rushes. We trying to go for the entries there, but it's still not going to work out for the operator. Instead, it's all about the rifles here. And now, Savvy backing out to the boathouse 3v3 situation, though. That's the Phoenix going on down, but Whammy right now with the lockdown instead. Will LG Esports commit onto this one? They're still backing on away. You're not pushing as of yet. They're waiting for Virtus Arcus to react, but this is going to be Savvy holding on to that angle. Can he get the shot? The Detain gets nothing, but Flacco going to be setting it up on B side, putting it down, and LG Esports given the opportunity to play post plant instead.
All right, let's see though if the retake can happen here for Virtus Arcus. Willie just peeking now through market. Oh, doesn't see Ige though, waiting there in that cubby. Squammy gets one as well. Now it's going to be a 1v2. It's only Typhoid left now. 1v1 actually, as Typhoid gets 2 of them. But Flacco gonna take him out there with the classic, and LG Esports able to clutch that one out and win their first round this game.
Eager jiggle peek there, knife out, trying to get speedily away. But unfortunately, when you get someone too close already, they're gonna get the takedown with 1 quick swing. LG Esports, they found time for themselves, and it seems like that was the breathing room that LG absolutely needed in that round. We saw that Detain help out, not because it really detained anyone, but it bought them that time to move on into the site itself. Good call there from Flacco, good call there from Scrappy, and LG Esports finally on the board. But Virtus Arcus, they haven't gotten the kills with the operator as they would like, so they're going for a full rifle setup instead.
All right, let's see utility being spent here from both sides. Let's see a push up there towards mid onto A. Recon bolt being thrown out, but no commitment just yet. We see the bomb actually close to spawn there in the hands of our breach here.
Rapid B on the high ground though. We'll see if this can be an opportunity for LG Esports to actually play into the cubby or move into the middle instead. Questions gonna be answered soon because the initiation with the curveball gonna be pretty much so very important here for the side of LG. But Dusich answering back with a triple kill. It really feels like you could just praise the Lord there with those takedowns. The Omen getting the triple up. Scrammy right now though, keeping an eye out. Nano's warm to get the zone, to get the burn, and Nano's gonna force the swing, but Willie will get the kill before he dies. And now it's up to Ige all alone in a 1v2 slate.
All right, duelist versus duelist here, but he is at a man disadvantage here. Oh, Savvy getting that one onto Ige, and it is going to be 5-1 on the score right now. And Susich was clearly the MVP of that, as he able to get 3. You can see the replay right here. They go for the double, almost a double flash even, but not looking at the hard right there. And Susich just gets an easy 3 kills.
Yeah, Susich making it happen. 10 kills for this guy. And Willie, that man was on a mission to survive until he could get that takedown. And that was just that. Scrammy, good call with an Nano's farm. But when someone decides to peek just like that and still get that kill, you already know that Virtus Arcus, they have all the momentum in their favor. Instrumental and absolutely exceptional takedowns here from the LaSalle Squadron. They're up by 4 for a reason, and they are really keeping up this tempo with the arrow drone into the Hunter's Fury, looking for the spot. Grosso has to catch Swami, and these are the arrows piercing on through, but Grosso getting 2 instead. One more peek here from the side of LG Esports. It doesn't really help out whatsoever, and Grosso on a rampage, 3 kills so far, dropping on down to get that fort. No, he's gonna stay up top of the stairs though, but now he will drop down into the courtyard. This is gonna be AcadArena all alone on the other side. And can Ige be eager enough to get that kill? Here comes the push, and Grosso, he's hungry for the ace, and he will get it this time.
Oh man, securing the ace. That must feel really good right now for Virtus Arcus with such a big lead. I think the biggest they've had so far in this series. And I mean, seeing, your players like Sushis and Grosso just rise up there on the frags has to feel really good for the team. They're not just depending now on Savvy and Willie, who were initially, our top fraggers in the previous game. That's a big boost of morale for the whole team to see everyone just performing well, in these past 2 games. Even though they lost the first game, it's basically a reset and they're feeling good so far.
This is just going to be Grosso showing us how it's done. A while ago, all the way back in Bind was that he got an ace there, but the round was already over. It's like, okay, that's an ace. You can put that in the highlight reel. That's pretty cool. But this time, he just decides to do everything himself. Good help, though, from Typhoid. The Hunter's Fury and the Aldrone giving him that intel, and as soon as he really peaked, he used his orbs, juggled it around, showed us a circus, showed us a ride, and now it is him absolutely looking nigh unstoppable. 10-2 there for Arena. This guy just doesn't die, and for LG Esports, they have to figure things out again. It's been a tough day at the office. Reich's really struggling right now after all the issues happening there on Haven. He's not really getting any kills so far, and with a composition like this here from LG Esports, they don't really have the speed per se to work with in terms of using that breach to combo up. The Phoenix can push and sure, but the flash is a bit redundant when you can use the breach there anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I just realized they're carrying 4 flashes here. You got the flashes from the Reyna, the Omen, the Breach, and the Phoenix as well. So, if you look back to that popular clip of Wardell just unable to see anything here on Ascent, it's memories of that. But so far, it doesn't seem like they're able to create those kinds of situations where they can kind of maximize, those kinds of those utilities. So we'll see if they can find an opening for themselves on this attack. But so far, we can tell, they're really just kind of struggling to find what strategy or rotation can work for them. So far, though, Viridius Arcus really looking clean so far, especially, like we keep saying, Susage and Grosso so far, just really confident in this game.
For LG Esports, it's fun to have 5 flashes in this composition. Then you can add in the Leers, you can add in the Paranoia. But in all honesty, they do need to go fast if they're going to go something like this. If someone's going to flash, the other one has to push. If someone's going to go for the setup, then the other one has to go for the knockdown. And we're not seeing it here so far from LG Esports. They're getting answered multiple times by Viridius Arcus. They do have the tenets and they do have an idea of how to play this composition. But right now, they're unable to execute in kind. And the score doesn't lie. Rapid B and Rice unable to get any combos up. It has been Ige trying to survive to a good degree. But besides that, he's still been falling. Squammy on the board still. Flacco gonna be getting only 4 kills, but look at Viridius Arcus. This has just been the Susage and Grosso show with Typhoid, Willie, and Savvy always getting away with it. These factors right now are really allowing LaSalle to work out, because when you can survive all the freaking time, then you're gonna win these rounds.
For sure. And looking right now at the ults as well, we got 3 ults on each side. You got that defense, you got the Killjoy ult, which is really important, especially for making sure that you got that site secured. Right now, we see him waiting on A. And on the other side, you've got actually a good number of initiating ults as well. You have the Rolling Thunder ready for LG Esports. You've got the Run It Back as well from Phoenix. And then to clean up, of course, you've got that Reyna. The question, though, always is, will they be able to execute it like they can see it in their heads? In your head, it can look great seeing a team composition like this, but in the end, it's different from how you execute it in the actual game.
It's a pretty simple symphony here, Nausicaa. Flash step, get the kill along the way. It's a good tempo. It's a 1-2 setup. And for now, LG Esports, they just need to go back to the basics and make this happen. East side, though, completely left alone here by Viridius Arcus. It's going to be an interesting goal right now. And Rice finally getting on the board, did the kill on the Savvy. LG getting the punishments that they need onto the other side. And with the Killjoy holding on to the Cubby here, the best goal right now will be to try and go for the retake since they have the lockdown. But Rolling Thunder gonna get thrown on out, and LG Esports using the fated dead. But you know who is gonna get fated? It's Squammy and Rice. Also waiting it out. He gets to Rapid B with a Run It Back, but no one home. And for LG Esports, sure they're gonna get this spike down, but the cost is great because that Run It Back and that Rolling Thunder getting absolutely nothing for them.
Oh man, great push there coming from Grosso. Now let's see though if LG Esports can keep this spike alive and detonate in time. Let's see though. Ultimates coming in. The Leer comes through, but Rapid B getting a kill there, pushing through, trying to find another. He falls though, and that's gonna be a 1v1 Typhoid versus our Omen here. Gotta try and go for the defuse. climbing all the way through heaven. Is our Omen gonna make it to defend? Oh no, the defuse actually comes through. And that is gonna be Virtus Arcus again, securing this round.
Virtus Arcus with the proper reads. They tried to play the aggression there in the courtyard. They lost Savvy along the way, but Grosso still holding on, getting to saying, guys, these guys are backing out. These guys aren't going to be going here. And it was just such a perfect opportunity to call LG Esports bluff, and Virtus Arcus will get that round again. 7-1 right now. This is looking very, very difficult here for LG Esports, but there's still a chance for them. Lockdown gonna be available. We'll see how Squammy is gonna be able to use it out if ever. Virtus Arcus though, gonna have that Empress, gonna have that Blade Storm, and we'll see what the duels can do on this defense.
Oh, they're really gonna commit here. They've only got half shields all across the board, but they're gonna commit. See the utility coming through, not just pushing through just yet though. The kill from Susage actually getting Rapid B down, but Squammy is able to take him out, so it's a 1-for-1 trade. Now they're pushing onto the site while the rest of the members of Virtus Arcus swarm through spawn.
Swarm through spawn indeed, and there we go. Blade Storm right now gonna get popped. Paranoid into play, and Willie, he's just holding that same angle, and he will just line up to get 3. It's just so fundamental here for Willie, and he is just on the board again. Virtus Arcus, they're doing what LG Sports did to them a while ago in time. They are just predicting correctly what the AcadArena squadron wants to do, and this is LaSalle up in such dominant fashion.
Oh man, this is a really rough position to be in right now for LG Esports. They heavily committed to this attack. They bought rifles, went for the half shields, put down the Killjoy ult, and yet still lost that one. So they're gonna have to go either for maybe another half buy, or they're going to have to go for a save here in this round. But at this point, I think the mentality for LG Esports is just make the most of this half, and we're going to have to reset our mentality once we switch over to the next half.
I think they're gonna have a better time here when they get onto the defense from the shadows, so available for them for that intel, but you can still rely on that right now to pop that Empress if ever. Push them coming on through. Typhoid getting some fat, and here comes the push from Rapid B, so very close, but not enough. Typhoid with the Phantom, fast fire right there, but Flacco with the surprise, Ige also there, and LG Esports, they say, let's get in the face of the opposition. Let's go for that close range engagement. Savvy has the back on the way. Operator in his clutches doesn't get the shot again, and now it's gonna be LG setting up on the side.
Oh man, 3v4 here with the advantage on LG Esports. Can they secure a second round win? Try and turn things back in their favor. Willie though finding a kill, pushing up here through gardens right now. There goes another one. Susage getting one, but he's gonna be taken down. But quickly, Virtus Arcus clean up once again, and they're gonna win this round.
Another clean retake here from Virtus Arcus. They come on back from the door side, and they are just going to be able to make that angle work. 2 survivors here for the defense. And something to take note is even if Savvy's whipping these operator shots, he just gets it back with the rifle instead. And there you have it. Savvy giving up on that up. Doesn't matter if he's not going to be able to get those shots because Virtus Arcus has been winning these rounds anyway. But if he wants to have a bigger impact right now, then having this Phantom is the best thing he can do. LG Esports on the other side, they're still gonna be playing on a full kit of rifles. This is gonna be coming closer and closer though to the end of the first half, and with a scoreline like this, Virtus Arcus has to be very confident coming in to the next one. But here comes Savvy with the dash on in, drops on down, sprays it down. Squammy gonna go on down indeed, and it really feels like we're just going down to the ground, and Virtus Arcus gonna be able to reel it back and make it a 5v4 situation.
Oh man, just Savvy thinks they're pushing up on the defense and taking one out quickly. Now it is going to be a 4v3 in favor of the defending team. You see Ige trying to push up here through mid. Flash comes through. But he's going to take out that Lear quite quickly. Trying to get one, but he's going to be taken out as well. Now it's actually a 2v2, and things are even. There's still hope here for LG Esports.
Still have a bit of that hope, a bit of a prayer, and a bit of that HP advantage coming in to this part of the round. Flacco right now creeping on closer and closer through to the gardens. Well, that spike gonna be in the courtyard. So for LG Esports, it's back to A. Even though they've been able to put the spike down, it hasn't been the best day at defending in the post-plant situation. Virtus Arcus ready with the lockdown as well. Will they commit into it if ever? Our Killjoy still waiting on B side, but they have an idea of what's to come. They're hearing the spike being set up. Savvy gonna be on the rafters yet again. And for now, this is our Jet waiting it out as LG Esports gonna be looking to set on up.
All right, let's see what they do here because Killjoy does have an ult up. Can use this to create some space as they go for the retake. Yes, he does. Puts it down there by Gardens. Door being opened. Flacco trying to find a kill here. Maybe Flash comes through. And Savvy actually going to take out Rykes there. Following Flacco immediately. And that is going to be the retake from Virtus Arcus, just baiting them towards that Killjoy ult.
And they were going to be trying to push that one, but Virtus Arcus raiding the opposition like a book again. And it has been a chapter here for Virtus Arcus, looking so very well. You have the goods and bads, and right now it's looking all good here for Virtus Arcus. They're up by 9, a dominant scoreline against LG Esports. And it has been a close series, but right now, Virtus Arcus is just in complete control, and they're going to be whipping out the Odins for celebration even.
Oh man, the Odins are coming through here from Virtus Arcus. That's 3 of them actually who are holding those up. So we'll see what they do decide to go for. But one interesting thing to note here is I don't think LG Esports have ever been at this big a deficit in terms of rounds. And so the question, for a lot of top teams is that, the tendencies that they're used to being in the lead, how do you behave now when you're at this big a disadvantage? Can you still remain composed and calm and continue to, be adaptable and think of strategies as the series pans out?
For Virtus Arcus, they've been so clutch in multiple situations. For LG Esports, they have the right ideas. They've been getting some good execution here and there. But in the end, it's just not the right targets that they're getting so far. You have people being left behind, and they're the ones who's playing it clutch. But Willie now going to get caught out here by Rapid B that run it back, getting some value for this round. But the Empress going to get primed on the other side. That's the smoke though being thrown out by the Omen. And there we have it. Aegis sticking onto the left instead. Flacco right now putting the plant down, and this is gonna be our Susage waiting onto the guard. He already used Paranoia as well. Ige though keeping an eye out, but Susage just going back and forth. The Rocketeer antics from the Omen getting that takedown 4v4 right now, and here comes Virtus Arcus looking to come on through, but Rapid B getting the impacts that he needs. That's another kill onto Savvy this time. Typhoid though with the kill onto 2. The Rafters are the place to be here for the Sova, and you already know that you put the archers in station on the roof itself. It's all about the high ground for Typhoid, and he's zapping his teammate who's getting the defuse on Virtus Arcus. That is not a hallucination. This is 11-1 in their favor.
Such a dominant performance right now from Virtus Arcus and ending 11-1 during the first half. I don't know what kind of mentality LG Esports are going to have to win this next half in and maybe try and go for the reverse sweep. I mean, it does happen. We have seen this happen every now and then, and it's going to feel good if LG Esports can actually reverse this. But right now, Virtus Arcus must be so hungry to just shut this one out and turn things into a 2-1 in their favor, because if they win this, they're 1 win away from securing this finals, and that's going to be huge for them.
1 win, 1 map, possibilities endless here for Virtus Arcus if they can kind of run away from this station. Question is though, LG Esports, how will they do this? This is their best chance to try and find a win. Everything is cleaned up. It's a blank slate for both sides. The score is there, sure, but besides that, Arsenal's ultimates all reset, and for LG Esports, they're on the defense this time. Their breach, their killjoy can be a lot more helpful at holding these lines rather than the pushes that they're trying to do so far. Even though we know the breach can set things up, LG Esports hasn't been able to knock it down, and right now, the pins are going to come towards them rather than them trying to roll on in. So we'll see if the defender's advantage can help out Ateneo right now, because Eagle will be playing into the mid, as this is going to be Virtus Arcus pushing over to B main.
Oh, making contact here at mid right now, but no one is going down just yet. The TP maybe trying to fake him out, but Squami trying to defend here on B site. The Paranoia comes through, trying to keep him safe, but Plant is going to come through now for Willie. Going to be about the retake situation. Typhoid finds one, throws out the shock dart, but he's going to be taken out there by Flacco. Now it's a 3v3 as the members of LG Esports try and go for the retake here. We see a lot of members hanging out here on backside. Can they make it?
It's a bit of a party here in backside. They've set out a table. They've really sat on down, waiting for the next period to start. But right now, this can be LG Esports rushing on in, forgetting the bell has already rung. Spike now taking on away Rapid B, the win that kills Savvy right now with the refrag. And Willie is on the board again. The frenzy in the hands of Willie! He just does not stop with his gun, doesn't he? And Virtus Arcus with the win on pistol. They have gun advantage coming into their match points.
Take that frenzy away from that man right now. He's on a roll and has been for the past 3 games. He's just been on fire and really found his groove, even along with the rest of his team. You know, they're doing well. Susej and Grosso, you know, continue to perform well even in this next half. And now they're 1 round away. LG Esports, we were saying they would need a mental reset coming into this next half, but again, it's a matter of time. There isn't much time left for them. They're gonna have to step things up if they want to keep themselves alive in this game.
One last chance for LG Esports. They are going to be looking at Virtus Arcus, who is really standing tall, proud of their scoreline. But Susej gonna fall. LG Esports now playing the aggression, and Ige is a tap god waiting to happen. The rhythm for that revolver. Ige gets 2 before he falls to the hand of Savvy. Virtus Arcus now left to the 2 duelists, but it's still very doable. LG Esports, they're going to be able to get those guns. They have gone for the force buy, so they do have a good chance to win this round. But Virtus Arcus, we'll see if they can clutch it indeed. Savvy right now holding on to the build-up. Grosso gonna get chipped away by the Omen, and it's gonna be a 2 versus 1 situation perhaps, but that's the Super Flacco. He gets that takedown. Savvy all alone having an ice cream date by himself, but this might be a melting pot waiting to happen because it's LG Esports saying, hello good sir, would you like to die? The brother again gets that takedown, and Ateneo will survive a bit more on ascent.
All right, that's a great round for them. It's great to see LG Esports not backing down. They went for the aggressive defense. They're pushing through B main, getting the picks, and that's exactly, I think, what they need to continue, you know, in this series. Even if, say, they lose this game, you know, it's all about the mental game as well. If they can show that they haven't lost their composure, that they haven't lost their confidence, they're in it for the long run. They can still catch up in the next few games, but now we're going to see if Virtus Arcus can close things out here.
Rounds like that for the side of LG Esports, you'd say Ige moving over to the Reina right now. Good situation. He is top frag, so he's playing that duelist pretty well, but it's still a negative KD. And in all honesty, LG Esports, even though they get that kill, Willie will be able to get the answer back. It hasn't been the most comfortable experience here from LG Esports, but they're really trying. They're looking for that 1-2 setup. They're getting the kills this time. Virtus Arcus, though, still up by 10, going for the plant right now, and they've really moved on in, even though they have this gun disadvantage. Reich's though with a kill off the Susej, and it's up to Willie to slow it down. Is he really going to commit the lockdown? This is going to be a big task here for Virtus Arcus, if ever. So instead, Willie going to say, this is the last time waiting to happen. At the right click, though, on the rapid B. He tries to transfer, gets Ige, but it doesn't happen. And now it's Savvy all alone. 1v3 using the dark cover, but Ige is still eager to get those kills. And as we mentioned, LG Esports, it's not a mistake to put this man on the Reina because he's still trying, he's still getting these kills and being a big factor to why they're still alive.
All right, LG Esports keeping the dream alive for this game. I thought that Willie was actually going to commit with a lockdown there, but you see him change his mind, saying we're in no rush right now. We have a massive lead. It's best to just go, you know, for the most effective and efficient plays. So looking at the economy right now, definitely the credits are up here for LG Esports, able to buy up. In fact, there's even an up here for Squammy on this Killjoy. So going to be interesting to see. He'll be waiting here at mid right now. Maybe try and get a pick there at top mid. Meanwhile, the rest of the members of Virtus Arc is going to go for full buys rifles all across the board.
Yeah, there we go. It's time for us to see how this operator can work. And Squammy, he says, there's a dart there. I'm out. I don't want to deal with this whatsoever. Killjoy set up in the middle. So it's all about controlling that courtyard here for the side of LG Esports. They have the Empress online, though. And we'll see if they can make this comeback possibility. As we mentioned before, though, if they can't really execute on the attack, their composition can really suit them to hold on the defensive instead. That Reina can pop off like crazy. The Rolling Thunder can be good for denying that plant. And Squammy can be instrumental at getting the wallbang headshots onto Typhoid. It's just gonna be his head cracked with the bricks getting laid on down and getting broken as well. Now Squammy holding it to the middle. Cloudburst is there though, and Virtus Arcus looking to play for that cubby control instead and split push over to A site.
Oh man, LG Esports, even with just 1 round away, so far not cracking under the pressure. Rapid B gonna be waiting here, but Willie finds one and they're gonna even things out actually for V4. They can actually still make it here. Lockdown goes out. Reichs taking out Susej there, and now there's only 3 left on the attacking side. Ige here at Heaven gonna try and stop this plant, but Willie is able to pull through. They take out the turret. Let's see if they can commit.
No detains whatsoever. Spike though gonna get downed as Virtus Arcus does set it up onto the generator default. But Willie holding close, and this man is still looking to get these kills hat in hand. He's gonna be going for the shot again, and Willie with 3. This man is just looking nigh unstoppable. Free Willie right now from the clutches of this game because he will go 4K to wrap it up. This is as real as it can get here for Virtus Arcus, and they win that map in utter dominant fashion.
Man, what a dominant game indeed from Virtus Arcus. The most dominant that we've seen them this whole series, and now it's going to be 2-1. This is a best of 5. So if Virtus Arcus win the next game, they are going to secure their spot at the PvP Esports Campus Championships in December to represent the Philippines. It's huge. But once again, reverse sweeps. Well, I'm not even sure if we can call it that because they've really just been trading games left and right. But LG Esports, it's going to be an uphill climb for them. I'm sure that was a difficult game for them to go through. But, we saw them still fight it out towards the end of that game. And so I'm pretty sure that LG Esports will have the composure as we move on into the next match.
It was a difficult game at the Odyssey for LG Esports. They changed it up so drastically, and I don't really agree per se in doing that. Now, the players themselves didn't really do bad, especially like you have Ige who went from Sova to Reina duty. That's a big change of pace. And it really messes up your chemistry in a little bit. Now, I gotta say, LG Esports, these guys have been working together for so very long, obviously. These guys have been trying their luck. There's been one roster swap, if ever. Besides that, it really has been them practicing their compositions. But suddenly, when you change your comp in the middle of a series, when you change the roles, it's still a bit different from saying, okay, we practiced it, guys. We got this. When you have Virtus Arcus on the other side, just getting their momentum back, getting their faults corrected, and still playing a similar way that they did a while ago. It wasn't too big of a change there from LG Esports, but that change did cost him. It's not about the performance right now of LG. It's about the performance of Virtus Arcus, and they were absolutely optimal there. They were absolutely on a hot streak, and with LG Esports saying, okay, guys, let's reset it, they went back to 0 when their opponent was already at 100. Virtus Arcus, so very dominant there. Everyone doing their work this time. It wasn't just one player. It was just a whole LaSalle squad doing it on Ascent, and that was game number 3 there, ladies and gentlemen. Incredibly done by Virtus Arcus, but we are not yet done yet. This is the University Alliance Cup Grand Finals, best of 5 between LaSalle and Ateneo. Who will win it out? We'll find out in just a bit because we'll be right back after this break.
Dear Mother, light of the home.
Dad.
Hey, baby!
Greetings, Professor Rodolfo.
May I be absolved
From
Mac Club tomorrow.
May Globe Virtual Hangouts kasi.
Go and hang out from wherever you are. Just open the Globe One app, choose an event, and click join.
Watch concerts online!
dance together.
We can do quiz nights.
Yo, let's go! If you allow me,
I promise.
To make it up to you.
And repay your kindness tenfold. Truly, your favorite child.
I love you, Dad.
please, babe.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy your fave events with Globe Prepaid Virtual Hangouts. All together now.
Yes.
'cause you ain't saying nothing. No, you talk that talk, but you can't tell me nothing. No, gotta call it out, 'cause you ain't saying nothing. No, I gotta call it out.
Winning's not everything, but how would I know? I'm just an underdog with wounds I can't show. First to come last, no one knows my name. Ashes to ashes, it's time for a change. I've been thinking it over. I've been taking my time. Every scenario runs through my mind, but against all the odds, the tables will turn. I had to run fire, so just let them burn. When I'm close to the edge, fly high like an eagle. You keep holding me back, but there's light wherever we go. Deep in the shadows, afraid to come out. Even the good souls fill me with doubt. I could never back down, only stand up and fight. We may be second best, but tonight is our night. Oh my, when I'm close to the edge, fly high like an eagle. You keep holding me back.
So hello guys, and welcome back! Here we are, potential match point for Virtus Arcus. This is game number 4 in our best of 5 grand finals, the AcadArena University Alliance Cup bound, powered by Globe and Twitch Student. We've had 12 Alliance campus teams do battle, but we only have 2 left for that one coveted slot to represent the Philippines in the PvP Esports Campus Championships this December. But man, that game number 3 was all LaSalle, was all Virtus Arcus, and they proved to us why they are a team worth beating.
Yeah, such a dominant performance for them. And now I'm really curious to see how this 4th game is going to play out. Because, you know, again, this is only a best of 5. If LG Esports is not able to bounce back from that heavy loss in the previous game, then Virtus Arcus is going to take full advantage of the momentum that they just built from that previous win. Actually, from the previous 2 wins. So it's really big for them. The question, I guess, that we were both wondering as well, Dax, is we were looking at the agent lineup that they switched over to. And the question becomes, do they stick with that switch that they went for in the previous game, or are they going to bounce back to the initial lineup that they had where, you know, Flacco was on a duelist, for example, or, you know, not using the Killjoy and bouncing back to the Cypher? I guess that's something we'll have to see this game.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because our map will be a bit different in terms of the dynamic. We went from Ascent and now we're going to Split. So I'm going to be anticipating a bunch of roster changes, a bunch of breaches if ever, and maybe the race is going to be back into play. But we want to hear your thoughts about this matchup. And of course, that's what the pick'em system is all about. But LG Esports, even though they got beaten pretty badly there on game number 3, the support of the crowd is still in their favor. They are just really saying that this is a one big fight that they have to go for. 64% for LG Esports, but Virtus Arcus, they're looking to silence all the doubters, and with that 36% behind their backs, this is going to be another great matchup, isn't it, Nausicaa?
Definitely. And of course, if you guys missed that pick and vote, you can still win some VP because it's time for our virtual hangouts chat rally. So Globe Prepaid Virtual Hangouts will be dropping 750 VP for a fan. So just type hashtag Globe Prepaid Virtual Hangouts and your team of choice. Of course, hashtag DLSU win or hashtag ADMU win. And make sure to have both hashtags in before round 1 ends. We'll pick a winner who cheered for the winning team.
Yeah, there we go, guys. We are going to be getting into splits. LG Esports on the defense first, and I like this already. When you have a defensive side on split, you're pretty much touted to win that half. Defense on split gives you a bigger advantage compared to every other map in the pool. And here on a map like this, the chokehold is going to be important. But Ige going to be sticking on around with the Reyna. It's Flacco over to the Raze here, and Rafit P, after his hot starts on map number 1, he's going to be playing the smokes this time. Interesting adjustments. Rike's going to be sticking around on the breach, Squammy on the Killjoy, and on the other side for Virtus Arcus, no breach here on split. Interesting. It's triple duelists. 1 Killjoy, 1 Omen, and I've seen this composition get his hits, and I've seen this composition get absolute big misses. So this is going to be a big risk here for Virtus Arcus.
Yeah, high risk, high reward on their side. We're looking as well here on the lineup of LG Esports. They're running the breach, actually, this time on Rikes, and we see Flacco switching back to the duelist. I think that's a good move, especially considering the pretty good performance he had earlier on in the series. We'll have to see how this series pans out.
We'll find out. So as here we are into splits. Is this going to be style points here for Virtus Arcus to wrap it up with triple duelist? It can work, but the question is, can they make
There really isn't a rivalry.
defense side of
We aren't
LG
even in the
Esports
same
ready
level.
to pounce, ready to go. That breach, that Killjoy, going to be so good for the stall, and we are going to be getting now into the game. It's now time to get into the matchup. It's now time to get into the gunplay again. Virtus Arcus on the attack, going to be struggling against LG Esports on the defense, but it's 2-1 in favor of LaSalle in this set.
Yeah, it's definitely something we have to factor in. Keep in mind the pressure is on LG Esports right now. They have to win this game so that they can extend things to a 5th game. But Virtus Arcus, they're coming from what was a very dominating performance, and the momentum and confidence is definitely on their side. So the question becomes, can LG Esports bounce back from a heavy loss, or will Virtus Arcus let that win get over their heads?
Yeah, we'll find out if this is going to be confidence or overconfidence. Of course, hubris is going to be good in doses, but besides that, when you have too much of it, you might be saying, you know, they can't shoot me, and suddenly just get clocked by 5 headshots in a row. For now, LG Esports going to be holding close with the Rikes. He's dueling against Willie here, but who's not paying attention? Rikes isn't, and from Rikes to Yikes right there, Willie will get that takedown. Frenzy in hand, it's been his lucky charm, and Virtus Arcus getting that entry pick.
Man, I swear, Willie just gets like a 50% strength buff when he's holding that Frenzy. Now, that's 1 man down from LG Esports. Frenzy, though, in the hands of our Reyna here. Savvy trying to get the kill, and now it's going to be a 3v5 for the defenders. Things not looking so good for LG Esports so far as the plant goes down here on A side.
Yeah, east side gonna be cleared out here. Virtus Arcus putting it down, and they're gonna be setting up in the open as well. If ever they do rotate over to the heaven angle, they can shoot it down if ever someone's trying to defuse that. But rapidly holding close, paranoia gonna be played, and that's gonna be a good blind onto 2. He duels over to the right hand instead, and Grosso will still win it. That Squammy on the board though. 3v2 situation. 5 HP here for Grosso. Drop down for Squammy, and the right clicks are absolutely 30 to get that take. Susage will get those kills. Squammy though taking care of Grosso with the turret, but now Susage the last man standing, and Virtus Arcus will get that first round here.
Okay, Susage carrying over the performance from the previous game. You know, we mentioned in the previous game that some of our other members here from Virtus Arcus really stepped up, and they continue to do so. Susage and Grosso both with 2 kills apiece here after that first round. And of course, we are expecting the buys to come through from the attacker side. Going to be one frenzy in the hands of Rex here, but other than that, seems like it's going to be classics, maybe a shorty on Squammy as we proceed to this round 2.
We're gonna be getting at it again. Already the paint shells being thrown down, and LG Esports looking for the zone play, looking to catch out Virtus Arcus, who wants to rush it down with a triple duelist composition. Anyway, counter paint shells though into play just to make sure no one's hiding onto the cubby there. And for Virtus Arcus, they have the guns anyway. They just need to be careful because LG Esports is waiting to pounce on any side of weakness, but Willie is absolutely just strengthening on up. He's been tough enough to survive. 20 HP here for the Killjoy, and zoning with a Nano Swarm for good measure.
All right, they're doubling back. We see them rotating now over to B site just as a couple of members of LG Esports start rotating to A. So that's going to be good for them. It's only the Killjoy waiting here on the site as the bomb approaches. Contact made though here at mid. The stun comes through for Rex, just to create some space for himself and for his team there.
Rex is going to be all alone here into the vents though, and he's going to get smoked at along the way. Flacco trying to hold the line, blast back, looking to get prime, but doesn't get too much, and Grosso now catching out Rex there immediately. 1 point here for Virtus Arcus. They're looking to make it 2. They're up by 2 members as well, but Savvy close enough to Typhoid, gives him a smackdown, but Savvy will catch him in the act and say, you're just not going to be able to survive here, good sir. It's a good kill there for Virtus Arcus. 4v2 right now. They're setting up a B side. They planted it on down, but the high ground being taken here by LG Esports. Grosso though with his swing, taking care of our AcadArena there, and that's the race also falling. Grosso with a 3k. Ige and Flacco could not handle that.
Yeah, Grosso ending with the style points. They're just dashing in to secure that last kill, and now they're 2 rounds up and counting even from the previous game. They're way beyond 10 rounds up against LG Esports so far. So things are definitely looking good for them. You know, LG Esports at this point, they're really just looking to shut down the momentum that Virtus Arcus have built ever since game 2. Looking at the buys, this is round 3, so it's going to be more even. Buys all across the board. They got the rifles and the full shields in hand. Meanwhile, Virtus Arcus going to save a couple of those Spectres they bought up. Let's see how this round goes.
The stacks here from Virtus Arcus looking very, very stellar. They're just running on in as an absolute unit, and Flacco, he just tries to get away here, Nausicaa, but nope, Grosso chases him down, takes him down, and Virtus Arcus with the man advantage. This is even faster here from LaSalle. They're going, gone, and they're making sure LG Esports is caught in the dust that they have been leaving behind. There's some flights though from Typhoid. Rapid B gonna be able to get that takedown. Grosso though now does get the response, and it's suddenly 4v2. LG Esports, they got hit hard onto the Tower of B, and suddenly they're like, we're waiting here, no one's gonna come here. Virtus Arcus decides to go on to A, and LG Esports has the chase after them.
Man, like we said, you know, Virtus Arcus, they may have struggled in game 1, but the lesson they learned from there was apparently, let's just steamroll. Just rush the site, you know, show them that we're not afraid to go for these kinds of approaches onto a site, and clearly that's working for them so far. Now they're just rushing on here to the site. Squammy tries to get one, but he's taken out by Susich, and Willie gets one of his own 3 rounds in a row so far for the DLSU team.
And this is gonna be LG Esports having to hit that red button. This is very, very dire for them. On split, you're expected to win out at least the 3rd round if you lose that pistol in terms of how the map is set up. Geometry favoring the defense right now. But Virtus Arcus up by 3 after everything is said and done. Grosso is just chasing after everyone here, Nausicaa. He has his water, and he's just flying on in to hit everyone along the way. 7-1 here for our Jet. Susage still not dying, and overall Virtus Arcus just doing something stellar here with their stacks.
Very true. Looking at the ults. Oh, Willie gets one there onto Rapid B. I was going to say they have one ult on each side. The Blade Storm is up for the attackers, and they've got the lockdown for LG Esports. If used wisely, this could actually get them their 1st round win, but the Boombot set out here on mid. Iga gets a 1-tap there onto Typhoid, but he's going to be taken out 2v3 now here as the attackers are actually rotating over to A side.
Good trade start from LG Esports, but it's not enough. Virtus Arcus still with the man advantage, and there they go again onto A, but Squammy, surprise, surprise, Grosso dropping on down just to die. And this is Virtus Arcus looking for the surprise factor as well. Willie, this man, he just does no wrong here on A tower. He's been getting the wins on ramps. He peeks on through at the right time, and he just plays with the rope, says, hey, you want to climb here? You're gonna die. Squammy though coming on through, sees the Omen, but is unable to get those kills. Alarm, but also with the confirmation. Virtus Arca stalling for time. Nano Swarm into play. The peaks from the classic. The turret is there. And now it's the Killjoy. See each other. Squammy goes for the jump shot takedown. Also with a transfer for the Susage. Squammy is showing us a completely different level of clutch. And LG Esports will have to thank their Killjoy for this round.
That clutch is possibly the reset that this team needs to finally get themselves going here in this game. We see him just jump through that Nano Swarm, jump through the turret. Nothing is stopping Squammy at this point. He just goes in, right-clicks with the classic, and then finishes the kill there, of course, with the rifle onto Susage. And now, let's see here, looking at the buys, we see rifles coming through for our attackers. 6-5 here as well on Savvy. They could go for an up. I'm not sure, though, if they will actually do that, but our defenders, at least, have a breath of relief as they're able to secure that first round in this game.
And there you go, LG Esports making this a game. No runaway freight train here from Virtus Arcus, and this is map number 4 right now, ladies and gentlemen. So we've had Bind, we've had Haven, we've had Ascent, and we are on Split. I wonder what's left on that map pool. I wonder if we're gonna get it per se. I also wonder what our admins have to say about what is still available. But man, oh man, the questions never cease to be amazing here in the University Alliance Cup. Lots of been so here for Virtus Arcus. They've been building a bank here, Nausicaa, not only on the eco side, but also on the ultimate side. They've been winning fights out here, there, and everywhere, and now they're ready to pounce even more so with bigger ferocity coming into this one.
Yeah, it could definitely be a sense of false hope for LG Esports as Virtus Arcus saves up these ultimates. Now we see them rushing in, Typhoid just jumping up, taking out that turret, and as they try to create some space here on A site, the lockdown as well, just for good measure, you know, really secure themselves this site. Squammy, though, gets 2 kills. Savvy and Willie are taken out immediately there. He's trying to find another one. He's taken out. It's now a 2v3 here. And Virtus Arcus looking to keep themselves in this game. The plant finally going to go down.
Yeah, 3v2 situation. And Virtus Arcus, they really like that A site, don't they? They've been setting on up so very well every single time. They've been taking control, and when it comes down to it, they rotate all the way to A. And it's pretty interesting because it's not the most common site to go on. More often than not, people do tend to go for that B push instead. Mid to B, one of the most common strategies here on Split. But Virtus Arcus, they changed it up, and now they're reaping the rewards from the shadows now to get to that high ground. Looking to set up that crossfire if ever time for them, looking for that swing as well. Grossa now holding the line, and it's 2v1, but Grossa still wins. This man is just absolutely disgusting with that hold, and Virtus Arcus will still be up by 3 after everything is said and done.
Oh man, Grosso, ever since he switched to this jet, this guy has just been in the zone. He's found his groove and has really been just really a big foundation for the lead in this team. 12 kills already, the 2 on that KDA, just really great performance so far. And I mean, everyone else too. You got a 4-1 on the score right now. And so despite that 1 round loss, Virtus Arcus are definitely still in the lead. Now let's see how LG Esports will respond here. They did have to go for a bit of a save. They've got 3 ults. They could use that if things go well for them at the early parts of this round, or maybe save it and try to build themselves a lead later on.
LG Esports, they do need to get 1 back again, and now they are going to try to make this stingers count. Virtus Arcus, in the meantime, still ready with 2 ultimates, and it's going to be an interesting matter of economy, as you've been mentioning here and there. For now, LaSalle in heavy control. And look at this. This is just Willie saying, 8 Tower, meet me. Meet 8 Tower. He probably has like timeshares. He has a condo at the penthouse of the setup, because this guy is just walking in here for free.
Yeah, there's really no one contesting that line of attack or of defense there towards A Tower. We see him just walking up, but now he's actually going to be moving back. No one has fallen down just yet, but it's going to be an easy plant here. Grossa finally going to take one out. That's going to be Rafit B falling as a spike is planted. We see the Reyna there waiting towards spawn as Savvy finds another one. 2 members down now, and it's only the 3 members with the ultimates left here from LG Esports.
Savvy getting another kill. Virtus Arcus is still holding on to this advantage, and these peaks are just unstoppable. Triple duelist means that there's so many people getting in your face. Egan now all alone with 29 HP, and the hunt is on. Into the dark cover. There's the flight there from Typhoid, but while he's just soaring like an eagle, it seems like this is gonna be the archers just getting every single shot that they need. Their quiver is full, even if they don't have a Sova right now. Not the best map for the Sova anyway on Split, but hey, Virtus Arcus is doing it in style.
Oh man, when you're looking at competitive sports, in general, it could be traditional sports, it could be esports, but when a team finds themselves in the zone like this, it can be very difficult to stop that kind of momentum, especially considering it's been spanning for around 2 games and maybe a half now. And LG Esports, they may have won game 1, but after that they just seem to be struggling overall to find a way to adjust here. We see though a bit of aggression. Contact here at mid. Ige actually finds a kill there onto Willie. For the first time, that man actually goes down toward a site. And so they're finally able to take him out. Let's see if they can keep it going.
Great shot there, at least from LG Esports. They need a bit of a reprieve right now because for Virtus Arcus, every single round that they get by this point in time is another dart through the heart of LG Esports. 5 points on the attack is already a good sign. You should be happy with 4. When you get to 5, you're even happier. When you get to 6, you're like, how the hell are we doing this? And when you get to 7 and beyond, you are just looking for an easy win on that defense. We'll see though if Virtus Arcus can get that momentum, or will LG Esports play to their role and play to their expectations? Can they do it here and now? 4 ultimates online. This time though, Virtus Arcus looking to angle over B side. They've lost one already. They're really going to be going for B because that's a garage take, but no, Savvy already falling on down. That is just Flacco making it work. Another flight still from Typhoid, but this fever is going to get broken by Rice. Cross now on the board. Flacco up in the air, and it really is going to be these Eagles screaming on in for Flacco to get free.
Flacco! Oh my god, that guy was just on a roll just now, and it must feel good to finally get himself going. After the previous game, we saw him. He had to adjust to the Omen in the previous game, but maybe bouncing back to this duelist, he's finally found his groove again. So now they find their second round win. And not just that, but they were able to save a couple of ults as well. Looking at the buys, Grosso though is going to be on the operator this time around. Let's see if you can make good use of that. But like I said, for the most part, LG Esports maybe finding their momentum once again.
LG Esports, they need that one great hold there, especially from Arrays. And this is going to be Virtus Arcus though, still trying to keep it up. That is just such a shot here from Grosso. This is so much momentum for Grosso. He had a good start there on Bind, and he's just been getting better and better and better every single map. Now on this Jet, he's just really showing on up. He's just been absolutely impressive, and he's gotten our 2 aces for this match so far, and you already know Virtus Arcus is happy to get those kills under their belts.
Yeah, I'm sure the team is really happy to see him just performing so well. And when you see one member of your team performing so well, the rest of the members get inspired to show up as well in this series. Now we see Savvy pushing up here towards B side up on Heaven. Now he falls, goes down, trying to get the kill. He actually gets it onto Rapid B here, creating some space. Can the team follow through? We see a couple of members coming through from spawn, but other than that, this B side's pretty clear right now for the attacking team.
Yeah, B-side getting cleared up indeed, and Willie gonna be planting near the rafters there. Right, still with a catch onto Typhoid. Here comes the ultimates from the Reinas, and it's a battle of queens, it's a battle of empresses, and we'll see who can get that takedown. Grosso though, gonna get cleared.
Oh!
Shot is just filthy there. Ike did not even anticipate that, and suddenly the blades are out. Grosso just becoming the spider here, but Susage will get that final blow, and from the shot to the dash, instantaneous there from Grosso. Blink and you will miss it, but hey, we'll show it again here in this replay.
Oh my god, Grosso, what the hell was that? He just flicks to the hard left, dashes out, puts down the smoke, takes out the blades, and gets another kill. Just the perfect set of movements to secure those kills for his team. Man, this guy clearly is feeling himself right now. 17 frags. This guy is seeming unstoppable, as is the rest of the team. Virtus Arcus looking really good right now, and once again getting the momentum earlier on in the game. Willie though getting chased down here as there's an aggressive push by LG Esports on A side to try and defend themselves.
Quad stack going for the aggro play, and immediately Virtus Arcus says, that's not 1, that's not 2, that's not 3, that is 4, so let's go to B, let's go fast, and let's try to make this happen. They're stacking themselves onto the tower yet again. LG Esports looking for the backstab, and the chase is on. Gets Swammy trying to hold the line, and Virtus Arcus trying to bait at the opposition. They're going over to the vents instead, and they're clearing out the rats here. LG Esports is stuck in their ways, and they are going to be corpses littered there. Now suddenly, from the vents cleared through the tower, Virtus Arcus is basically playing Deathmatch this time, and they're hunting down LG for Ike though, all alone, but this dismiss is not enough. Class is still in session, and Virtus Arcos is up by 5 into the next one.
Best effort from Ige there, but unfortunately he is gonna fall, and Viridius Arcus continuing, to adapt and to really dominate the series so far. They saw that aggressive push from LG Esports there on A site, and like you said, they decide, all right, that's literally almost everyone there on A. We're gonna go rotate, secure heaven here on B, and go for the plant. And once again, Savvy and Grosso looking good this game. Can't count out the other team members too, though, because they've been doing a great job as well. Just the whole team really rallying together right now, while LG Esports still trying to find their footing. Ige, though, able to take out Willie early on in this round.
Ige with a good kill. The Battle of Brothers, though, they're all tied up 10 kills apiece. So that really goes to show that this blood bond has been really showing up in terms of the skill as well. But besides that, it's not about them right now. It really isn't about Grosso. This is the Grosso show that we have been seeing. I don't know what season it is. Probably like season 2, episode 10 by this point. Syndicated all around, and you just do not want to miss a single beat from this jet. But at least LG Esports, they finally get that kill that they need to start things off. Advantage really helping them out. Nano Swarm with the zone. And a while ago, they played it fast. This time, they're playing it slow and steady. Squammy steering the ship to get that kill onto the Reyna, and Rapid B even going from the shadows to get that intel, and will be actually backing on out instead to really try and bait that Virtus Arcus in response.
Oh man, that TP though does give the other Omen some space. Now the plant is gonna go down here, although the lockdown is up for LG Esports, and they are also at a numbers advantage, 5v3, as the attackers try to do what they can with the resources they have. Grosso trying to push up. Rapid B is actually going to get 2-3 kills there, and that is immediately going to shut down Virtus Arcus to get them their third round.
And I completely agree with LG Esports there. Slowing down this pace will help them out. They're only playing single duelists. And if you're dealing with 3 of them on the other side, if you can find the CC setup, if you can go for the peek and the poke to the kill, that is the best thing you can do. LG Esports, they've been trying to play the game of Virtus Arcus for quite a while already. They've been trying to play their own kind of game, but this time, they found the tempo that they need. Changing the pace of this matchup will really help out LG. And with Grosso playing the operator, it's going to be hit or miss here for Virtus Arcus, because you're not going to be seeing that jet dash on in to start things off.
Very true, and now Squammy has got an operator as well and is top fragging for his team. So this could be a chance for him to help his team get back in shape. Grosso, though, gonna get the pick there early on onto Ige as they try and rush onto this B site. Rapid B gonna TP on out here onto the hard left to try and secure a good spot for himself. He tries to find the kill, but Susich is gonna take him out, and now that's only 2 members left here from the defenders, and they're all the way from spawn A, and it's gonna take a while for them to rotate onto the site.
Single duelist difference right now between LG and Virtus Arcus. You can see that for LG, they do want to try and go for their aggressive plays as well, especially from that Reyna of Ige. But in a situation like that, it just doesn't work. Virtus Arcus holding on to the operator, and we were thinking about, okay, how are we going to see Grosso entry? I guess that's just how it is. Someone walks through that open door, and suddenly the operator gets that shot. Save round here for LG Esports. They're going to need these guns for the next round, if ever. And this has just been a showcase of the power of triple duos here for Virtus Arcus. As we said before, it's a gamble, it's an all-in kind of situation, but with a scoreline like this, then you should be happy for Virtus Arcus, and you should be cheering on LG Esports to try and do the same on their attack later on, because this lead is quite large. Rex, though, in charge to catch out Grosso. Flacco on the board with 2 good exits there from LG, but Virtus Arcus, they have a big bang in behind.
All right, we're about to switch over now to the other side, and we'll have to see if LG Esports can catch up once they switch over to attack. Virtus Arcus, like you said, because they've got this triple duelist composition, it really makes sense to keep going in and set the pace as they are on the attacker side. But once we switch over, because of that kind of lineup, it could be difficult for Virtus Arcus to keep the same kind of momentum they've had so far in this game. And so they're going to have to be a bit, or rather, that could be hope for LG Esports once they switch over sides because of that lack of utility on Virtus Arcus.
Oh, Grosso doesn't get the shot there, but that's a good point there, Nausicaa. Now, when you're a triple duelist, you are a very attack-based composition. You expect to win on the attack and not the defense, but then it can be mitigated by the natural advantage of split defense itself. So that is the ideology that Virtus Arcus is subscribed to. And the question is, will it pan out, or can LG Esports set it up to knock it down with a more stable double duelist composition there later on? But this is the last round before we swap sides, and it's up to Grosso to hold on to the tower instead. They're looking to angle over to this A side, but there's gonna be a mission here for Savvy. It's gonna be him to try and take care of his brother all the way on B side, open up B side there for Virtus Arcus, and the Empress is the rally call to do so.
All right, we have two ults here on the attacker side. Virtus Arcus definitely looking to use that and secure this round, widen the gap here, and the lead for themselves on the attack. Meanwhile, LG Esports, they want to get this one and try and close the gap as much as possible. Flacco finding that early pick there onto Savvy. Things looking good so far here for the defenders, but Grosso is going to rush in with that Blade Storm. Ige, though, able to take out Willie, turning things into a 3v3. Things are tied here as the bomb gets planted onto A. Grosso finds another one. There's only a couple of seconds left, but Virtus Arcus makes it just in time.
Yeah, there we have it. Oh my god, Typhoid will wrap it up, and Squammy unable to survive whatsoever. Triple that scoreline. Virtus Arcus, as we said before, the single duelist difference. There's two on the side of LG Esports, but Virtus Arcus says, well, we can fit one more into the bus ride. 3 duelists on their side, and with 20 kills there for Grosso, it is just Virtus Arcus looking to represent the Philippines next month. This is for that slot for the PvP Esports Campus Championships this December. And our champion here in the University Alliance Cup will show off that banner there. Question is, though, will it be Virtus Arcus wrapping it up on this half, or can LG Esports go for the comeback and force out a game number 5? It's time to see what LG can do on the attack, and we'll see if Virtus Arcus can make this defense hold.
All right, let's see. Once we switch over here, it's really going to be telling of whether or not Virtus Arcus can keep up the momentum. We keep going back once again to their agents here, their agent lineup. Can they make the triple duelist comp work long enough to win this game, or will LG Esports, be able to slowly crawl back and exploit the weaknesses of this type of a team composition? That remains to be seen, though. But just in terms of the overall flow of our game series so far, the momentum is definitely on Virtus Arcus' side. They'd won such a dominating game in the previous game, and now they're pretty much showing the same kind of performance in this one. So we'll have to see if LG Esports can bounce back and bring themselves back in the zone for this game.
LG Esports, they can take their time. It is time for them to figure out what to do. Who will they stop first? Will it be Grosso? Will it be Savvy? How can they set up on a site like this? Will they play it out with Reichs and Flacco trying to figure something out? Or will they play it slow instead? Can Ige decide to be the one-man army and open up sites here and there? How will they go for the smokes? There's so many questions right now going through these tactical pauses, and I do not blame them for taking their time. LG Esports, their life is on the line. Virtus Arcus looking to shine and looking to graduate from the University Alliance Cup. We'll see, though, as we are going to be getting into the game very, very soon. But this is still a 6-round advantage here for LaSalle.
Yeah, definitely a big gap still to close out, but hope is not lost here for LG Esports. If they can turn things around here, they can extend it into a Game 5 to be the last game to decide who will represent our country at PvP Esports next month. But for now, everyone is just focused on every round, because every round counts at this point. We see a bit of an approach here from LG Esports on the attack, slowly towards B, but the Omen, of course, keeping things safe, putting up the smokes there.
Yeah, making sure that dark cover does cover things out. Spike in the hands of Ige right now. Gonna be giving it to the breach instead, who goes for the setup. But Susage respecting that breach and backing on the way instead. Grosso, though, holding close. That's gonna be a kill onto Flacco. It's a double up there from 2 of the 3 duelists. And Virtus Arcus does get that first pick. But Rapid B with the answer back. 4v4 situation. Grosso coming in from in behind and does get the flash. Typhoid will help out as well. Ige has an angle there, but it's still not enough as Willie is gonna get that takedown. High ground right now for Squad. Kwame, and he is all alone. He's trying to make sure that he can get the angle against the Raze and the Killjoy on the other side, but Virtus Arcus is going to make it so very difficult for him.
30 seconds and a nano swarm. What can
30
Squammy
seconds
do
left.
here to try and clutch things out on the attack and finally get around for his team? Slowly, he's peeking. One coming from spawn. Even a turret, actually, and he's going to put one down of his own. Will he go for this? He's only got a couple of seconds left here. And the bomb is on the other side. It's going to be clutch. Maybe he's just going to look for a couple of frags. Pick up the ghost, maybe. Tries to fire a couple of shots. Gets the one tap, but he is going to fall to Willie, who's once again on that frenzy.
Virtus Arcus not reacting so quickly that it still allowed LG Esports to get one kill. But besides that, that's a peek there from the CT side, and Virtus Arcus will get that win. Good hold so far, good read from the breach, and then they just backed on the way, right? They saw the abilities coming on in from the side of Rikes. We saw Susage go over to the connector instead and make sure that Virtus Arcus was ready to play retake. And suddenly, before the spike was even down, the two of the three of those duelists actually dropping on that to play the aggression. And there you go. They win that pistol and they have the guns for this round.
All right, let's see. I believe we saw a triple stinger here come through for the attackers right now. Bomb is being left there right nearby A site. We'll see what kind of approach they go for here on attack. But so far, they're playing it slow. It's going to go for a slow approach here. Splitting up, actually, one member, the Killjoy, is up here on B, while the rest of the members we see rotating slowly towards A.
Yeah, that spike gonna be down all the way onto the A side right now. They're angling over to the right side of the map. Grossa though, shotgun in hand. That Judge looking to destroy anyone who walks into him. And Savvy right now playing the long range game with the Spectre, but from the screen so far, Willie though has the back on the way. Rotations are in order. High ground now being taken by the Reyna, but the flights there from LG Esports allowing that Raze to move through the double blast back jump and make it through to the other side. But Savvy is gonna be spraying it down and pray to hit rapidly, and that is gonna be a takedown there. Our Reyna though on the other side, can we see you can actually go for a kill as well? No peeks whatsoever. LG Esports trying to play it slow and steady as soon as Virtus Arcus sets on up. But there's the aftershock right now to go for the zone, and Egan with the one assist, but that is going to be getting one more. Here comes Rice trying to hold on. Willie is there, and Virtus Arcus swarming like crazy and making it happen here on A.
Oh man, just calm and composed and slowly going in for that retake. They synchronize their movements and are able to take out the members of LG Esports one by one. We're at 11-3. This is looking like a repeat of the previous game. And unfortunately, there isn't going to be a next one if LG Esports don't bounce back right now. It's a really big lead because they went for a bit of a force buy in that previous round. They're going to be lacking a bit of money here. Fortunately, Flacco and Iga can afford a rifle. No shields, though, while Flacco opts to go for the Bulldog and the half shield there.
Big gamble here from LG Esports. They're going all in on a round like this, even though their buy is going to get broken more or less. They are going to have the Vandal, sure, but as you mentioned, no shields whatsoever, and immediately Virtus Arcus looking to punish this kind of setup. They were expecting pistols on the other side, but hey, if they can get the kills anyway, then they are going to be able to get the knockdown. You could say that for LG Esports, they're trying to stand on a hill, and they're trying to set up here on the B side, but for now, Snoosage on the high ground. Virtus Arcus going to be forced to back on way because of the paranoia, but this is such a good angle here for LaSalle, and if they can actually catch out Squammy, it'd be even better, but Willie will fall, and here comes the chase though. Will it be Grosso getting that kill? There he goes again. Shotguns into play. Typhoid gets behind, and that's one, that's two. He's counting it down, but it's a 1v1 between the Omens and Susage with that final swing to give Virtus Arcus that match point coming into this one.
Oh man, the flashy plays from Typhoid. He might have fallen towards the end there, but that created enough of a distraction for Susage to finish that one off. And people, we are at potentially our last round here. If Virtus Arcus can continue this performance, then they will be our finalists here for UAC and will be representing our country at PvP Esports. But we'll have to wait and see though. The game is not over. We're seeing a full buy of rifles here, but half shields across the board for LG Esports. It's all or nothing at this point.
One last chance. Here we go. And we'll find out if this is an opportunity to make these half shields work. It's all about rifles right here, right now for LG Esports. And they're just walking through fire the furnace and even trying to get through the nanoswarms right now to move over to A side. It's a full stack here, but Willie with the first kill, and he is just willing it over for Virtus Arcus to get these takedowns. Reich's putting that spike down, but two have fallen here from LG Esports, and here comes Virtus Arcus. They've been precise. They've been getting their targets. You gotta hit. Susage will get one more and a drop down to finalize this. Our champions for the University Alliance Cup is gonna be Virtus Arcus, and you just gotta hold that banner high and bright with a shield of green and white as Virtus Arcus will take this map with a 10-round advantage. A series ended 3-1 by Virtus Arcus.
What a performance from Virtus Arcus in this best of 5. They started out with LG Esports winning. LG Esports looked really good towards the first half of this series, but later on we saw Virtus Arcus. They made the changes that they needed. They found their stride and were able to finalize things in dominant fashion in the finals, no less. Such a statement actually coming from them to really settle who is the better school in this rivalry for this season. At least they are going to be the ones laughing at the end. But of course, this isn't the end of the journey, because now Virtus Arcus will be representing the Philippines once we move over to the PvP Esports Campus Championships in December. But of course, we are proud. We got to congratulate them for this win, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how they will perform in the future.
That was incredible. Virtus Arcus, they had a shaky start. You could see their flaws, you could see their hesitation. It's a grand finals, it's understandable. But then they got their rhythm in Haven. They won it out, and suddenly Virtus Arcus at a whole different playing field. The Archers shoot down the Eagles there, and 3-1. You gotta commend LG Esports though, as you mentioned, right? It was such a good start on Bind and even on Haven. It was so very close, but as soon as we got into Ascent, as soon as we got into Split, then it was just all Virtus Arcus. The battle of the brothers, in all honesty, it was very close. I would give it to neither of them because they really just fought each other tooth and nail. But the factors there was Virtus Arcus playing at a completely different level as you got into map number 3. And come on, the Grossa difference. Sometimes you just need to get that net gross, and Grossa apparently is that answer. Incredibly done. Aces on the board. Now showing up with the Jet. So many kills in so little time. But Virtus Arcus, they deny us Icebox. And in all honesty, guys, it's a bit of debate. So I got confirmation midway that Icebox wasn't in the pool. But hey, it still was Virtus Arcus doing it in 4 maps. Incredibly done, Nausicaa. And what else can you say about that series, man?
I mean, looking at this series and just the entire tournament in general, it's really been quite a ride. These two teams, a lot of people were voting on them to be the top of their group, in groups A and B respectively for each of them. And they never met up until, they were able to secure that 4-1 on the standings. And then we saw them go through semifinals. They both gave up one game, but immediately went for the reverse sweep in the semifinals. Similar storylines actually all across the board for both of them. It was just a matter of finding out which of the two of them would be, that better team to represent the country. And in the end, Virtus Arcus showed that, they may have lost that first game, but they have, the skill, the ability to adapt as the series goes by, to make those changes and really highlight the strengths of their team. And I'm really looking forward to seeing, those strengths come through once we start facing, teams, for example, from different regions.
That'd be interesting. So the one big fight not gonna work out here, and Animal Assault here for Virtus Arcus. They do it there. It was just such a sudden change of pace. As soon as we saw them heat up on Haven, it really felt like that this was a completely different team from what we saw on map number 1. And then on game number 3, a big gamble there from LG Esports, a big change, and they lost it as Virtus Arcus is ready for every little bit that LG had in store. And then on splits, you already knew that for Virtus Arcus, it was hit or miss, and it was just hit after hit after hit. There was just no stopping these guys whatsoever, and you gotta give it there. Virtus Arcus, congratulations, our University Alliance Cup champions. It was such a long road there, Nausicaa. How many weeks did we go through, right? It was all the way
about a month, I think.
Oh man, it was so incredible. And from the group stages, we had our 12 teams. We are gonna be crowning a champion right there. Congratulations to Virtus Arcus as our winners of the University Alliance Cup. And as we mentioned, they will represent the Philippines in the PvP Esports Campus Championships this December. So you guys will be want to support the Philippines and to support DLSU in that stride. And what the series that was, Nausicaa. Anything else you want to say before we wrap this one up?
Yeah, I mean, we just keep saying DLSU may have won today, but this isn't the end of the road. So please continue to follow AcadArena for any updates, because we will be letting you guys know what's next for this team. They may have won this tournament, but now they're going to be facing a whole different crowd, a whole different sets of teams. They may have faced a lot of the best from our country now, but they will be moving forward into the tournament in December for PvP Esports. And that's another really exciting journey for them. So everyone, please continue to look forward to that. Continue to check out the social media of AcadArena, especially on Facebook and on our website, so you guys can continue to keep updated.
Absolutely. AcadArena, so many different games every single time. Sometimes you have a broadcast here, you have a broadcast somewhere else, and you're just looking to impress no matter what. And it's a big, big task for AcadArena to try and represent these teams as much as possible. And we're just happy to put on a show and to give you guys the best about action we can do so far. So congratulations there to Virtus Arcas. They are our champions. An amazing effort from LG Esports. They are our runner-ups. And that does it for the University Alliance Cup. We'll see you guys all the way in December for those regionals, and hopefully we'll see some wins there from BH side. But to wrap things up, I've been Dax.
And I've been Nausicaa.
And this has been the AcadArena University Alliance Cup, powered by Globe and Twitch Student, an official collegiate partner of Riot Games in the Philippines, and the road truly to the PvP Esports Campus Championships. We'll see you guys then for the Campus Championships. It's a battle for the region, and you already know it's going to be great. This has been your University Alliance Cup.
Looking for a way out, somewhere on the way down. Love hit a